in our community for our financial needs, and they continue to do so today. With checking accounts with no minimum balance, competitive saving yields including money markets and certificates of deposit. Also, low interest loans, financial education resources, and more. Find out more. Visit the website at carolinafcu.org. Carolina Federal Credit Union, 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville, a staple of our community for 55 years.
No matter where you live, it's well worth the drive to the Western Steer in Newton. Their big buffet bar is absolutely the best around. Home cooking like you like it. It's real comfort food with down-home hospitality. The Western Steer in Newton, 334 Southwest Boulevard in Newton at the Highway 10 and 321 intersection. Open Wednesday through Sunday.
Attention John Deere shoppers. James River Equipment's Blue Tag specials are going on now.
Which means huge savings on compact and utility tractors, residential and commercial mowers, Gator utility vehicles, and more. Visit jamesriverequipment.com/Blue Tag for more.
Get up to $2,500 off MSRP on John Deere riding mowers, up to $3,000 off MSRP on John Deere commercial mowers, and up to $10,000 off MSRP on John Deere utility tractors. James River Equipment Company, Highway 180 North, Shelby.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Good morning. Time to talk college football and all the arguing and the fussing and the fighting
and all of our wonderful prognostications.
Well, not only ours, guys. We got top 4 seeds out.
Yeah,
of the playoffs.
I could have seen that.
Well,
maybe not the 2 of them, but the other 2, I could have seen them easily being out.
Let's back up 2 weeks.
Can I finish 3 sentences before y'all start answering?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
really.
Kat. I apologize. You can
y'all people.
We're excited about
y'all
this.
People.
Go ahead.
So, we've got college football playoffs. We had a game moved. We played Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Looking at our picks, we've all lost our national championships. Terry has one team alive in the national championship game, and that's Notre Dame. So Terry had them in there. So we're going to talk about who deserved to be where, what, how the system has worked out. Did it work out for the best? One of the comments, one of the NFL comments, talking about the Bengals. They said the Bengals would beat the Bills and Buffalo is living in fear of Cincinnati because they kept it close to Kansas City. And this guy's like, well, what are they talking about? And I responded, well, that's exactly how college football has worked for the past 100 years. Yeah. Is what if this guy would Tom, that the SEC is the hypothetical champions of the world, according to.
Not anymore.
What are they? I think this one said they were. Let me find the graphic for you guys because I do know I had it up because somebody was keeping score. Mm-hmm. I think they were 600 and here we go, 621-0. They've got their trophy here in hypothetical games. You cannot beat an SEC team in a hypothetical game. But we go to play some real football and real football games, Tommy, and here we are. And we've got Notre Dame, who you said shouldn't be in it. We've got Ohio State, who you pull for but have no faith in. And let's see, we've got...
Had good reason for that.
Good reason for that.
Not last weekend. Not this past week.
Well, they finally figured out, let's get the
Penn
ball to number
State,
4.
Who Terry says could not win any big games.
They can't.
Still haven't, apparently, if you ask Terry.
And then who's the fourth? Texas, who the SEC had to hire for them to make the playoffs this year. Make the Final Four. So
that's a good point.
Been a little weird, been a little exciting for you guys here. My only thing is that we get basically the 4 most boring helmets in college football besides Alabama. We got all these millions of money, and we can't afford to buy a logo, Chip. You're a Tar Heels fan. Terry, you're a State fan. These boys can't afford logos.
Or a little more color if you're Texas.
God, it just aggravates the pee out of me. Burnt orange on that dumb white
At
helmet.
least
Ohio State's got the participation stickers on their helmet.
Yeah, if you made a good tackle, they put a little sticker on you.
I don't know.
I don't know how they do it. Tom, how do they do it? You tell me. How does Ohio State determine whether you've had a successful game?
I think it's like you'd have to earn it, some kind of formula to earn a sticker.
Okay,
like
what's the formula?
I don't know what this formula is.
Well, you need to hunt into
fluid.
that.
It's
think
You
it's by
always
position as
tell
well.
me,
It's by position as
if
well.
I don't know something, well, you pull for
But I
them.
didn't
You
bring.
don't know.
But I didn't bring
This
it up.
is this.
But I didn't bring. You bring up stuff that you don't know. Like I wouldn't say that. Oh, the helmet stickers are earned. Well, how do you earn it? I don't know. See, I don't do that. You do that.
He should know that, Terry.
He
I'll
should.
say. It
That's
is
what
his
I'm
team.
saying.
It is his team. He should
I
know
should.
the
I
answer to
should
that.
know. I should know. I know. It's like, well, if you were on the, if
You got a
had
week. Next
this
week, I
stat,
want a
that
reason.
stat. All right, well, I'll look it up. I'm not into stuff like that. I'm not into. Stuff
I mean,
like
I want to know. Some of these guys are over and they don't have a sticker on them.
Ohio-
And all these other guys loaded up.
Ohio State football players earn stickers on their helmets for a variety of achievements, including winning games. Players receive a sticker for every win, 2 for a Big Ten win, and 3 for beating Michigan. So they've not done that in a while. They've not gotten 3 in a while. Individual accomplishments. Players can earn stickers for meeting or exceeding individual expectations, such as forcing a turnover or making a big play.
Wait a minute. Hold up, Chip. Let's go back.
Yeah.
You earn stickers for beating a Big Ten team.
2.
Okay, now when you do that, do you have to participate? Because I see guys over on their sideline who have none.
No, it doesn't clarify that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like you're going down a rabbit hole. Just say, just keep it generalized. Like you get it.
Tom,
You
I
get
want to
it.
know.
Yeah.
Just keep it generalized.
What
You get
about the young guy sitting over here? He puts on that jersey just like that other 950 that y'all got over there sitting on y'all sideline, and he has no sticker because he's never got to go
Well,
in.
Terry, you write the coach and tell him that Johnny needs a
well,
sticker even though he didn't play.
my deal in behind it, you're playing somebody like I see somebody that's terrible in the like.
Hey, one of the parents I remember after a soccer banquet. Why did my son get a letter? He didn't play. That's what I told him. I was like, he was mostly on JV. I pulled him up for varsity games just to let him have the experience of going to the varsity game. You didn't play, son. You don't get a letter. Yeah. Oh, I just think that's well,
You pulled him up knowing he wasn't going to get to play when he could have stayed down and played on that JV, but you pulled him up for him to sit over on the sideline so his parents will be up there and stand paying their money to y'all school, y'all's AD, and him sit over knowing I'm never going to get in a game.
It's about hot dogs.
I'm just going to tell you.
That's how middle school works.
I'm just going to tell you. Like
when there's 30 people on a basketball team, it's to get people in the stands.
I just didn't give people letters if they did not contribute to the success of the varsity team. I mean, it's like you sat on the bench. You sat on the bench. I'm sorry. You'll get a letter next year, son. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I quit. This like, oh, you just be on the team to get a letter. I'm like, that's not really the way it works. I mean, you're supposed to, like, I had some kind of formula, like you had to play so many minutes, you had to appear in so many games and things like that.
Well, see, that's good.
Yeah, I agree.
And if you didn't get the letter, but like that's one of the reasons why I quit. I just got tired of, well, my son was on the team. It's like, well, they were JV. When we didn't have a JV match, I dressed him for the varsity.
I'm sorry I didn't put him in.
The sad thing was, Terry, even if my starting goalkeeper went down, he wouldn't have went in. I would have put a field player in at goalie. He wasn't going to go in the game. No, I mean, it's like if you want to do this to put it down on your college application, that's fine.
Tom, let me ask you another question then.
What?
So you're the coach. And you got players that you need to get in the game.
No, I don't.
But
I
you're
never
not
felt
participating. That every one of these guys should know the game as much as the next one sitting beside them. I should be able to turn around and grab any person and stick them in the game, and they're going to fulfill that spot just like the next one. Maybe not a top level.
That might be the dumbest thing ever said.
That's not the dumbest thing.
That's just dumb.
You're supposed to teach. If I've got 50 kids, I'm teaching all 50 kids.
No, you're not. No, there was one kid I had. He was so bad that during practice, I just had him go get the balls out of the woods.
But somewhere,
I had to take him out of the drills.
Lordy, it'd be like going to Highland Tech, going over there in the brush.
He was so bad. Like if you tried to do a drill, he couldn't do the drill. So I was like, "Hey, man, there's 3 balls down there in the woods," and he would go get them.
Yeah, crawl on top of Highland Tech school to get the football.
I hate to say that, but they wanted to be on the team to like. I participated in this because I'm applying for this scholarship and whatever, and I understood that.
You teach all 50 kids.
Yeah, whatever, Terry. You teach the kids that are going to play And there's some
How
kids
do you
that are
do
out
in
there.
your room? Are you not teaching all
It's
them?
different in the class. It's different in the
no,
classroom.
Now it's
That's different in the classroom.
Yeah,
it's voluntary
now it's
out there.
different.
Yeah, I'm sure Terry's out there coaching all 50 of his basketball players. I'm going to teach every single one of them, every single position. So it's seamless, man. When I put this kid in, it's seamless.
The same. It's the same. I teach all the kids, not 25.
You recruited all those kids that are in the band that wanted to play one sport so they could put it on their college application or their scholarship applications.
I knew we'd eventually get to this and bring it up.
So I'm just sorry. I'm not into the everybody deserves a trophy like Terry. Terry thinks everybody deserves a trophy. That's good. Go to the trophy store, get everybody a trophy, Terry.
No, you do that in Optimus.
No, stuff. You do that. You do that for like Westlake in high school if you were the coach of the football team. And I think everybody should get a trophy.
So this child,
poor kid,
play. Did he go to all the practices?
No, not really.
Now I know how come the transfer porter's in high school now. I ain't playing here. I'm going somewhere else.
That kid was just lucky I kept him. I had a number of kids like that, man. I just kept them because.
Please go get water. Okay. He's got a uniform on. You're not going to get in.
Some kids just wanted to participate, just wanted to be on
some
the team.
People do. I agree. Now, I will go there.
Just wanted to be on the team.
Some people do just want to be on the team.
But then when you start wanting, like, I want this significant of achievement, to me, a letter meant you achieved something. You played so many minutes. And if you didn't, that's fine. Next year, work harder.
I appreciate you putting a value.
Wait a minute.
I don't apologize. I don't apologize for that.
Wait a minute.
I appreciate you putting a value in the letter. I respect that.
It's something that you earn.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I even had a thing like if you had a really great game, I had a T-shirt made up, and like you would, if you had so many saves, you got a T-shirt.
Yeah. Lordy.
Well, Terry, I mean, you could be a socialist if you want, and everybody has the same amount, but not everybody thinks that way.
Good job, buddy. Here's you a T-shirt. I'm not.
Actually, that was quite popular.
I'll say this: if I go to basketball practice every day and run up down that court,
Lordy, yes,
and have to defend one of the best player or two best players in the state every day, and then get yelled at because I'm not measuring up to their abilities, and I never get to play but a few minutes for the whole year, I better get a letter.
I agree.
That's all I'm going to say.
I agree.
Well, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
I mean, come on.
Okay, let's go ahead and say.
When I'm out here in practice,
how many minutes qualifies
and I've
for a
missed
letter,
none, and this other guy's missed all kind of practice, but yet he's going to get one, and I'm not. I wanted to say
you had to appear in at least half the games, something like that.
Now you're judging here. You're starting to make up stuff, Tom. Quit doing it.
He's just guessing.
It was 12 years ago.
You guys can
man.
remember stuff.
I know.
This is why I don't coach, because the parents like you. That's why I don't coach.
No, I was on the other side.
Here's my thing though. Let's say, Terry, I'm sitting here on this basketball team. They make the state championship, win the state championship and everything. And all year the coach has told you, you're part of this team. This is a team, TEAM.
That's right.
You've hustled.
There's no I in this thing.
You've spent
We're
hundreds of hours practicing, you've went to all these workouts, you've sweated, you've done all this. You've busted your butt probably harder than maybe most people out here.
Trying to be as good as that other guy who is good, just natural ability.
We're out here taking our pictures together with the trophies and everything.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year,
that's your reward.
You tell me I can't put a letter on my jacket or get a letter. Now I'm not part of the team. I was part of the team when you needed me to help your best player practice.
I think that's a stretch.
I'm not part of the team.
But yet when we go play,
I mean, this is why I don't coach. This is why I don't coach.
But yet when we go play a Christmas tournament, Tom,
you can't reward people. Anymore, because if you reward somebody, you're somehow diminishing somebody else.
Yes.
Rewarding one person is not diminishing somebody else. You're recognizing the achievements of this player is not diminishing this other player.
The concept of a letter.
Trust me.
The concept of a letter didn't used to just mean participation, but it's been changed a little bit. It's considered a participation trophy
in
now.
1982, when I went out for Little League Baseball in Mahoning County, I got cut. You know why? I sucked. That's why. Wasn't no big deal. You suck.
Tom, not
You
making the
used
team
to
is
get
different
cut. Chip,
being on the
Chip,
being
you
on
used to
the
get
bench
cut
for a
from Little
championship
League.
team.
You used to get cut from
All right,
Little League.
Frequently.
So guys,
Yes.
All right. So here's my question. Then, do the backup quarterbacks deserve Super Bowl rings?
There you go.
I would say no, but I'm just saying.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
Wait,
well,
does the
same
punter
thing.
get a Super Bowl ring?
No,
He
it's the
does.
same thing as sitting on
But
a
he
Christmas
He didn't
participated.
play a
tree.
percentage of snaps
But
though.
who made a
He
bigger
didn't play-
impact, the punter or the third string
But
quarterback?
I was just told you got to play a percentage of snaps though. He played like 1% of the snaps.
Well, for
this year.
football, it would have to be relative to your position.
yeah,
though.
I would say.
Yeah,
You'd
just
have to
make
come
sure
up with
you don't
ones.
get in this picture because you didn't even play. You didn't do nothing. You stay over the side.
Again, there's a difference there. You could still say, to Kevin's point, you're still part of this team. You are part of this championship team. The letter is not signifying.
The letter's an achievement.
The letter's an achievement. It used to be, at least.
It used to be an achievement. And then anytime you try to make something an achievement, this is the whole problem. This is like grades in school. Everybody's got to get an A. If they didn't get an A, keep giving them assignments. And it's like, I'm tired of this, and I'm tired of this. Everybody deserves to be recognized. Everybody's special. The letter said that you achieve more than somebody else, and then all of a sudden, my kid's no good. My kid's diminished. No. I'm recognizing this kid does not diminish your kid. Y'all are entitled to your opinions. Give everybody a letter. If that's a significant, I was on the team, I can get a letter. That's your policy. I'm not going to, no, it just wasn't mine. And people can call me a SOB, MF, or whatever they want to do. That was just my policy. That's what I believed in. Just like helmet stickers. You get helmet stickers based on achievement. That's all I'm saying.
So here's my proposal, Terry. Basketball teams should stop at 6 players and no more on the roster.
Eight,
I would say
eight at
eight.
the most.
Eight. Yeah.
That way you got some subs and people file out.
No, coach. No, coach. Wait
All
a minute.
I'm saying-
No, coach. If you don't need me, you have that practice without me. You don't need me. You have that practice without me. Go ahead. When John gets 5 fouls, you need somebody in the second half.
It's
Don't
the
worry
same
about, don't worry
thing.
about my
Yeah.
level.
It's not the
To
same.
me-
What y'all are talking about is not the same thing, but it's okay. I mean, I get it. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever. You always take what I argue, like I say, recognize achievement, and you're saying, well, he's not even on the team. I'm like, no, it's not the same thing. You don't get a letter by being on the team.
I
The
agree,
letter was
Tom.
an achievement.
I agree,
Being
Tom.
on the team is just, okay, you're on the team. Doesn't mean that everybody gets
The
a
team
helmet sticker.
photo says I'm on the team, but if
Yeah, but a letter is not being in the team photo. You're missing the point. The letter is an achievement. The letter says you achieve more than other people on the team. Doesn't mean that you're not on the team.
So that
Somebody else
can
does.
be
It's just like
different
MVP
anywhere
trophy.
you
Does
go.
everybody on the
Right.
team get the MVP trophy?
Or most improved.
Does everybody on the team get the outstanding?
Wait a
defensive
minute
player?
now. When we go to this now, I go a long way from this because when I used to coach and we did our stuff, you had your MVP, your defensive player, your team before self
That was-
player.
you had to-
but now,
you have to have
when you
enough-
go in there,
Yeah.
it's went from 3 or 4 to 10.
Because you have to award everybody. You have to give them. You have to make
be-
up awards for
because
every
of the
player.
Same, now you're arguing against what you were just arguing
No,
for.
I'm not. I'm just saying
That's-
this went to we got to
Okay.
give
It's-
somebody
Tom,
something
it's just
for
a difference in
anything.
perspective. You and I,
It's fine. I
yours
mean,
and my
it's-
perspective of
I-
letter versus their
I
perspective.
live in-
of letter.
Wait, time out.
My
No,
perspective is
you-
I can listen to somebody who's different from me and think differently from me, and that's fine. If y'all think differently, that's fine. I just think the letter's an achievement. Y'all don't. That's fine.
I think you have y'all have different standards of what the achievements are. We're not saying
I would agree with that, but I'd
the
say
8th and 9th man on a basketball team that never gets to play is extremely important.
Yes,
But he's not.
you
getting a
cannot
letter.
you cannot have a practice. You cannot have a team without him.
that's all right. Because you're not even going to. That's why you got 12 on the team.
Did Rudy get a letter?
Did
Rudy get a letter from Notre Dame?
79th player. I don't know if he did or not.
Did Rudy get a letter
I have
from Notre
no
Dame?
idea. I have no idea.
No, he didn't.
I have no.
I mean, he
idea.
was
He's
a
got
hell of a
movie,
practice
Tom.
player, right? He was a hell of a practice player, but he didn't get a letter.
got a sack. Got a sack.
He didn't get a
again.
letter. I guarantee you, he did not get a letter.
Well, how do you know that? You need to pull that up. Tom.
I'm looking.
Check that
I'm
out.
looking.
What I'm saying is, how do you tell the 8 players on a basketball team he didn't help his team win?
Yeah,
I'm just saying you didn't achieve enough to get a letter. That's all. That's
but
it.
I'm going.
Well, then I'm not running a practice.
Well then I'll get somebody
If I'm
else.
gonna
That-
coach,
if you don't
I'm
want to
gonna-
be here, son,
I'm
that's
with you.
fine. I'll get me
That's
somebody.
what I'm saying. Like, what am I out here for?
When I coached basketball, I had 30 tryout. I'll find me 10 or 12 that want to play. I'm not worried about it. Son, if you don't want to play, I'll call somebody back that I cut. It'd be all right. I don't care anymore. I mean, this is the way I am. I mean, can we talk about something else? I mean, this is This is getting a little hacked.
Tom is
here.
against the sixth man award in the NBA.
No. See, that's what you do, Kevin. That's what you do. So you do this every time we disagree. Then he morphs my argument into some crap that it was not. Yeah. So I mean, that's fine. He says, if I say kid doesn't get a letter, he says Tom wants to cut him out of the team photo.
No, I'm just saying there's different levels of achievement. So some coach might think the point guard averaging 10 assists a game is for a letter, but then you might turn around and say, well, we went 3 and 25. You didn't help us win. You ain't getting a letter. I just want to know what.
And that's my right as a coach.
You're correct. Yeah. That's what I'm saying is that people have different levels of what achievement is. Mine and Terry's is the 8th guy on the basketball team is very important. He probably deserves a letter. The 9th and 10th guy probably do.
It's kind of like this. Tom teach social studies for a long time. Yeah. Does Tom deserve to teach at the JFK School of Government at Harvard? Probably not. And I'm okay with that. You know, I mean, it's just like, well, I've studied government my whole life. I should be able to do
Tom,
whatever
you
I
got
want.
a letter. No. You got a letter, Tom. You're a teacher of the year.
Oh, I'm pretty damn good at it, too.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, how about
That's all that matters.
In 1962, Florida was 6-4. Penn State was 9-1, and they felt that playing Florida was a slap in the face. Since Penn State felt that way, Florida put the Confederate battle flags on the side of the helmet and beat Penn State 17-7.
Wow.
Little history, Tom. You teach that over there?
I don't teach the history of helmet stickers. No, Kevin. We don't have time.
Y'all missed that. Y'all missed the important stuff.
Yeah.
Since 2023, South Florida has 2 bowl wins. Since 2005, Miami has 2 bowl wins.
That's amazing.
The decline of Florida
Can we
football.
speak of this one?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can speak where you want.
What did y'all think about this one? Miami playing in their bowl game, and Cam comes out at halftime. Their quarterback quit at halftime.
Really weird on the whole situation.
That makes no sense to me. He played the whole first half, and then at halftime he decides not to play. I'm sitting out.
It was his decision?
Yes. And did not go back in, and they lost 42-41. Y'all, I mean, somewhere along the line, there has to be something drawn here. If you're going to play, then you're playing.
I don't think
if you're not, then you're not quitting in the middle of a game.
I don't think he deserves a letter.
But he sat over there on the sideline. He could have easily put his helmet back on and went back in.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But he elected not to play the second half.
If it wasn't the coach's decision, yeah.
Well, it might have been the coach might have been involved on it, but I still did not understand that.
I think I saw the coach said he didn't know.
Wow.
So I don't 100% sure on that, and I think that's the one he said they didn't know. But
how is that any different than?
I don't understand why dressing out and playing than not. Like Terry said, like if you're going out there, like you're just gonna quit in the middle of the game. Yeah. It's just weird.
That's I mean,
that is weird.
How crucified did Scottie Pippen get in that playoff game? I know it's a different sport, but when he sat out the first year Jordan wasn't playing, and he sat out that last play that Phil Jackson called a coup coach for the final shot, he got eviscerated by his team.
Yeah.
This is the same thing for an entire half.
Yeah.
I mean,
he come out
and they lose by 1.
They lost by 1.
Yeah, I mean,
if they had talked about it before, that's not, you know what I mean. That's not even. I don't think it's an issue because they don't care about if the coach.
But the coach would be aware of it.
That's what I'm saying. If the coach agreed to it and all that,
right.
That's what they want to do. I don't care. That's their own, thing. That's just weird that if he didn't do it, why even make that decision?
It's awful peculiar. Yeah,
and play for half a game and then not play. We made fun of the baseball stadium. They even put the camera behind the pole, Tom.
Oh my gosh!
That's
not the first down line.
No, that is not the yellow first down marker, folks. That is the foul pole at Fenway Park. Behind the TV cameras,
that's Pesky's pole right there.
Like, did they not have another camera set up, another option for this? Like, this is really what they did.
They didn't think UConn was going to get into the red zone. They didn't think it's going to be a problem.
So Tar Heels. So you got to watch Tar Heels in Connecticut football at Fenway Park with a foul pole in the way.
Looks like you got a glitch right there in the middle of the screen
on television. Tom, you missed that one.
I watched part of that game, and Terry, I'll admit to you, that game busted my parlay.
I'm telling you.
I did.
I tried to tell you when I found out Hampton wasn't playing. That's Carolina's whole team.
They had melded in anyway.
Yeah, and then when you listen to it, they was like 5 more players that didn't play.
They just were
The culture at Carolina the past few years is if you lose any game that's going to be in the middle of the season that's going to be seriously contingent on your postseason probabilities, they just mail it in.
This is the thing I got a problem with that you're going to have with Belichick, is that these 18 and 20-year-old kids nowadays, if you don't win, they all look at you and then stop respecting you and listening to you. Mac Brown don't come in and make magic and they don't win. No. I guarantee you had all them kids wanting to get out of the portal. So now they're going to try to stay and listen to Belichick. And ain't going to be no fun.
Stay. Well, they're not going to
be fun. You ain't going to want to be there.
They might come.
He might
but then
change.
They're leave.
He's got that 24-year-old girlfriend. It might be softening him up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, Freddie Kitchens, they interviewed Kitchens about this. And he said, one of the reasons I would encourage a player to come to Carolina, this is going to be this is going to be the same type of program that's being run, professional teams run. If you want to go to the NFL,
not going
come to Carolina. It's going to be the same type of program. I'm like, what college school's not attempting to impersonate that? I mean, what do you think? Y'all think you have a monopoly on what it means to run a professionalist style program?
Ohio State hadn't put anybody in the NFL.
Exactly. Or, I mean, yeah, I'm like,
North Carolina State's had a lot of guys that went to the NFL.
I know you're trying, and he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's trying to market and differentiate himself, what makes Carolina valuable. But, I mean, that's not – that argument's going to get stale really quick.
Well, speaking of football here in the state of North Carolina, we go to Annapolis, Maryland for the highlights of what happened here between State.
Did they all fly together in the same plane?
This was crazy.
So we got a ref bleeding.
Let's take a look at how this started. Oh, yeah. East Carolina runs the ball to take the clock under 40 seconds, which means they can kneel it out. Joxx Smith tangled up with T-Mac Cooley. This is what started it
because
all.
he got his
he stole his towel.
Yeah, his towel.
Okay, so the East Carolina player stole his towel.
Yeah,
okay.
That's where all this started. Like, you're not doing that, buddy.
Yeah, I don't blame it. Now I understand it better. I didn't know that.
Watch him. He goes by and snatches towel right there.
Like, I got it.
15 snatched, 15's towel.
And he's like, oh, no, you're not doing this. Just don't care y'all going to win the game. You're not doing this to me.
T-Mac Cooley, no matter what Joxx Smith might have said, T-Mac Cooley cannot go after him in that situation.
What do you mean? Yes, he can. Yes, he can.
That is just throws.
But now State's already pissed at herself for what happened. They let a guy go 80-some yards on the play before to give East Carolina the lead.
It was just happening all over the field.
All right, every time we turn TV on, State's fighting somebody, Terry. They gonna fire that coach or what?
Well, are we giving them fingers?
That's what I'm saying. Fingers and fights, and every time we do, so it's the highlight of State acting up. What y'all doing over there? Is he gonna get another year?
What you mean? Dorn?
It's your head.
Oh yeah, he'll get another.
He'll be back.
Oh yeah.
All right. How many years are you gonna do that?
I don't know. He's had success. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he has. I mean,
rounding out your
wins,
year with beating East Carolina in a bowl game,
no,
or playing East Carolina in a bowl game is your idea.
That's not a success this year, but I'm just saying. You know, I mean, you ever a coach is going to have a bad year. I don't care who you are.
Well, the two things I think about this past week. 2 weeks ago, everybody was talking about how the 12-team playoff had messed up the college football and that they were all blowouts and none of those teams, they shouldn't have been there. Well, those same four teams were all four of the winning teams this past week as well. So I mean, I think that they've shown their ability to rise to the top. The other thing I saw a post on Twitter that honestly I think was very valid said Ohio State would not have been one of the final four teams or would not have been one of the top four teams last year's format. So the 12-team playoffs working. I agree wholeheartedly with that statement.
I agree with the 12 teams. I'm with it. And people like Ole Miss and Alabama.
Oregon, the top four in the rankings was Oregon, Georgia, Texas, and Penn State. So that's who would have been in your Final Four. So two of them, Oregon and Georgia, wouldn't have been in it.
I just think they got to reseed them.
Well, no, I'm not worried
the
about that.
The reseeding part is what
I'm just glad they got more than four teams, so they can't bullcrap the SEC and whoever other team they want in there. And then once you're in there, you got to win some games. I think they finally did a decent job in that and make sure you have to beat somebody, not just get voted in as you're in your pretty schedule. Yeah. And then the SEC, the teams that were saying they're supposed to get in, they all went after got beat except Ole Miss. And like Tom said, congratulations, you got a bowl win over Duke. So put that one in your trophy case.
Yeah.
Was that the Mayo Bowl? Or was that
no, that's another bowl.
But I just, I like that whatever seed Terry is, whatever the seed is and however they got to figure it out, I don't care. I'm just glad they got more than the 4 that you vote on. Like the point we've made in the NFL all these years is that you win your way into the AFC Championship games and the Super Bowl. It's not just whatever people think your schedule was or whoever you beat and voted for. Like I said, Notre Dame and Ohio State wouldn't have been in the finals. Indiana got a shot. They did better at Notre Dame than who did Notre Dame just beat? Georgia?
Yes.
Than Georgia on a neutral site.
Yeah.
So come on, give Indiana their props for that. So I think that you guys, I guess you can talk about the seed and everything, but I think they did a good job as far as getting more than just whatever they can sneak Alabama in, and they didn't even get Alabama in, which is awesome.
I'll continue to advocate for it ad nauseum, but Tom's suggestion takes care of the seeding issues if they would adopt it. The conference champions in the conference championship game get the bye. It made that to me.
That's
makes
what they
sense.
did. That's basically what they did.
That's what they did.
That's what they. But then whoever
they're just
lost,
mad Boise State won the conference.
Right. Well, and that's
what they're mad about.
It is what it is.
Who's in Boise State's conference?
I think they beat UNLV to win didn't they?
And I think
they didn't really beat him, but I think it was UNLV they beat to win that conference.
That's what I'm saying. They're not mad about the seeds, Terry. They're mad about who won the seeds.
Right.
If Clemson was in there, they wouldn't have said nothing. Who's Arizona State? If that was USC, no, who's in their conference? USC's not in their conference.
Let's see.
Hey, they ain't got any big names in their conference.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's where the whole thing was messed up.
That's why they're mad. Is because they got a big name to put it in it. That's all it is. Every single bit of it. Which one did they win? Boise State.
I mean, Arizona State had BYU and Iowa State, so they had some decent teams in theirs.
It was basically you take the conference champions and then you rank them, and then Boise State, Arizona State, SMU, and that's why they don't like the seeding.
If they don't like it, don't call them the Power Four conferences. Then don't call them that.
Yeah.
Don't be in a conference
because there's nobody in that thing, and the 2 top teams did play each other for the championship.
See, and this is the.
But now wait a minute. When I'm looking at the rest of them, and there's where the problem comes in. That's where I think you have to go by schedule and who you play. Because I'm playing Colorado State, Fresno State, New Mexico, Utah State,
don't call
San
it a Power
Jose,
4 conference. Don't call it a Power 4 conference.
Hawaii, Air Force, San Diego State, Wyoming, and Nevada.
To me, but you see what this does, and this is where if they would codify Tom's, and they did it this year, but if they would firmly set that as the parameters of how you get that first round bye, winning one of the Power 4 conference championships, to me, this gives me the incentive. Well. I'm leaving the money argument out, which is a big part of the pie, a big piece of the argument. But this would give me the incentive as an institution to want to go to this conference because potentially, in theory, it would give me an easier trek to get one of those first round buys.
Yeah, first 4 conference champs in.
Yeah,
you qualified for your conference championship game. You're in.
Yep.
Then then you have to go to the rankings. And I don't know how you would do it, but you'd have to have like four more teams in, so you would have.
But here's
the
your
ones
deal.
that lost the conference championship game have to play another game.
Who did you play? You did play Oregon, second game of the year. They beat you 37-34. But from then on out, you played nobody until you got to UNLV.
Take a random SEC. Take Arkansas. You think Arkansas could win this conference? And then again, now we're getting into hypotheticals, but Arkansas, could they win this conference?
I think so.
Exactly.
No, yeah. I think so.
And I think they'd be competitive.
Here we go. I'm going to bring the graphic back up there. You guys go again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think so.
Here we go, Tom. The SEC is 627
in hypothetical
matchups
I know.
this year. And here comes Chip. You know what would happen if Arkansas
But
I didn't
now,
say
I'm
you
with
know.
Chip.
I asked.
What's this, Chip? Name
I'm
me
with
if
Tennessee was in that conference, they'd win it every year.
We'll
That's
see.
what they say.
Or
Yeah,
take
I'm tired of that.
take a random Big Ten conference for that matter, or Big Ten team for that matter.
All I'm saying, that's why I hate schools like Notre Dame.
Here we go. Back to this. Here's your
There
title.
you go.
Here's your title.
What I hate is, okay, Notre Dame, make them play in a conference championship game. Oregon had to play in that game. Georgia had to play. Texas had to play. Why are you special, Notre Dame? Why do you not have to worry about a conference title game like every?
That's a valid
your
argument.
quarterback might get hurt. Your running back might get hurt. Your star defensive end, like
That's valid.
Penn State,
It's valid.
their defensive end got hurt. Why are you special? You don't have to play that extra game, but you get in automatically anyway. That's not. I mean, I'm just telling you, man. That's not right. That's not. I know why they do it. Because they got the exclusive NBC contract,
It's money.
and they don't have to split money with the conference, so
Right.
it's all about money. So I'm like, okay, guys, you can have your little whatever. You don't qualify for the playoffs unless you're a member of a conference. I don't care if you go out and join the SoCon. Go join a conference.
But on the back end of it, who did they play? They did play Texas A&M. They did play a Purdue team, which is, not good, but they did play a Louisville that was ranked. They did play a Georgia Tech. They did play Navy that was ranked.
They played USC, didn't
Yeah,
they?
that's what I'm saying. They played
USC
USC. They played Army.
But granted, USC wasn't ranked this year. Yeah, you're right, Tom.
You know what I'm saying? But
He's
did.
bragging about playing Army and Navy.
They were
But
ranked. They were ranked this year.
All of them were ranked.
I know, Tom.
Navy beat Army, and who was the other team?
We're
you said
bragging
they-
about
Now,
beating Army
Navy
and
was
Navy.
ranked 24th and Army was 19th.
Hey,
Okay,
you-
well, we'll go play Texas.
They beat Georgia and Indiana too, Tom.
What's that?
They beat Georgia and Indiana too.
Georgia with their backup quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand
Okay.
the point. I would say at this point, if you're not going to be in a conference, and again, this is why your format that makes so much sense for Notre Dame. You have a good season. We think you're okay. You're not getting you're not eligible for a first round bye. You have to play in the first
All right,
round.
Tom.
They played seven ranked teams.
Who had a harder schedule, Alabama or Notre Dame?
Notre Dame probably had a harder schedule.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
they
That
did.
doesn't matter.
But they did not
They
have
didn't play
to.
Mercer.
They did not have to play
Play a
in
conference.
a conference title game.
Do you think that would have knocked them out?
No, but I'm just
They
telling
didn't, they
you.
didn't get a bye.
He's-
Why- okay.
One argument is the added
Did
game.
Georgia lose their quarterback in a conference title game?
Yeah, he was. It confirmed it. If
Okay.
he wasn't already hurt.
Notre Dame have to worry about that?
This is a
That-
weird.
that's
this is-
all-
this is a-
that's
this
all
is
I'm
a
saying.
weird. That's a weird argument.
No, it's not. No, it's not a weird argument. They
it
have to
is.
play another game. It's not a weird argument against a tough opponent.
So they played 12 games. How many Ohio State play? 13 regular season games.
How many ranked teams they play? Notre Dame played 7 ranked teams.
Well, they played 12. in
They did
regular
go- have
season.
to go to
you guys
USC.
you guys need to join the national media because y'all are like
I just want to be informed
same on this Notre Dame.
No,
They
we're
don't have to play in a
not.
conference bull crap.
We're
Make
not
them play in
saying
that's
that.
all I'm saying. Make them
They play
in
a better schedule than everyone in conferences, though. That's my thing. is that They play a harder schedule than Ohio State and everyone else plays.
because they played Army and Navy. You know, I don't mind.
You played Akron, Western Michigan, Marshall to start the season, Tom.
Ooh, okay. Boy, that
Well,
was
they played
tough.
Northern Illinois at home, got beat.
Yeah, in the Northern
I mean, they
Illinois,
played
smoked all
Northern
them
Illinois.
teams.
We're talking about no. They played Northern Illinois.
6, 7,
They played the service academies.
How many games did Notre Dame play before the playoffs?
Who cares? I mean, I'm
12.
just saying they missed the.
All right, Ohio State played 12, but Ohio State missed their conference start. They would have played one more game if
Right,
they had made the
right.
conference.
If they were good enough.
Granted, though, Ohio State's in the playoff and they didn't play in their conference tournament.
Right, but I'm
Conference
just
championship.
saying there's a possibility of
They're
it.
a fourth place
Then you
team.
got to, and plus Chip, you got to play teams that know you too. Okay, you got to play teams of rivalry games, teams that know you.
But I
They
would
don't have to
argue
worry
Notre
about
Dame
that.
does that better than a lot of other teams. Just because they're not in the
I was
conference,
getting
they
ready
play
to
a lot
say
of
that.
a
Yeah.
lot of their schedules set up by their rivalry.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they don't play them every. They don't play these same teams every
Every
single
year.
No, they don't.
Oh,
there was
yes,
a while
they
they
do.
didn't play USC. They don't play Navy every single year. I mean,
Tom.
you guys are defend. You guys are just like you talk about this.
Y'all play two
y'all,
teams
y'all
that can
talk
beat
about
you
this
every year.
elitism, and y'all sit here and defend Notre Dame. That's just.
I
Funny.
mean,
That's
I'm
just
giving you
hilarious to me.
You played
oh,
6 ranked teams.
elitism. Let's defend Notre Dame because they don't play in a conference.
Tom, you played 6
No.
ranked teams.
They don't play in a conference. Period.
And
That's all
you
I'm
lost
saying.
to Michigan, who's unranked.
They lost to Northern Illinois
Okay.
at home. What are we talking about?
Are you saying they don't deserve to be here?
No, I'm not saying they didn't deserve it. I'm just saying that if everybody else has to play in a conference and split the money, they don't get to keep all the money. They don't get the exclusive TV deal.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. If I let you Tanya Harding one player on Notre Dame, would you be okay with it? That's what you're arguing.
That's so stupid. That's just so stupid. That's just so stupid.
That's what you just said, Terry, isn't it?
I said they don't run the risk.
If nobody's hurt, it's not fair.
They don't run the risk. Georgia's starting quarterback got hurt.
I'm giving you a chance to hit one kid with a pole.
So stupid.
I'm just one kid.
That's what he does all the time. Like he morphs the argument into something stupid.
This is last year when he was so against Florida State on account of their quarterback got hurt.
No, that wasn't.
Georgia didn't deserve to be in this one.
No. That's
you
not what I
put Florida
said.
State down so much last year, but their quarterback got hurt. That's the team.
What are you talking about? I never said a Florida State team got beat 63-7 in a bowl game or whatever, but I don't remember talking Florida
by
State.
Then,
it was you crying about in the national media that they did.
They should have got in.
They should. I wouldn't argue that they shouldn't have either. I don't know why you're pulling up like we're talking about Notre Dame. He pulls out Florida State. Like from last year. What are we even talking about?
I mean,
the argument is Notre Dame doesn't play in the conference.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, right now they're proving.
That's my argument. I don't.
Right now they're proving they ought to be in it.
I don't care what the rest of you.
They just defeated
I don't care.
the two-time.
That's my opinion.
They just got through defeating the two-time defending champions. They took them to school
with their backup quarterback.
Georgia was never in the game
with their backup quarterback.
I mean,
listen, college football arguments are the weirdest, dumbest thing.
I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying. I'm just playing a conference. You morph this in. Well, you're going to Tanya Harding a player, so to make it fair, it's like
you said it's not fair because they can't get hurt one extra game.
You run the risk.
So what you want is someone from Notre Dame to get hurt, so it's fair for everyone else. That's fine.
No, that's not what I said. It's not what I said. That's what you always do. Did I ever say I want somebody from Notre Dame to get hurt? Did I ever say I wanted any player to get hurt?
You said you don't run the risk to get hurt.
You don't.
You want them to have a chance to get hurt.
No, that's not. I did not say I want them to have a chance.
Wanting
to get hurt.
versus the risk of it happening. It's two different things.
Is he not saying he wants them to have a risk to get hurt?
No. I'm just saying this.
Or you just saying the other
team runs.
Should we cancel?
Or how about this?
Should we cancel all conference championships?
Just get rid of conference championship.
There you go. Then we can all vote on our opinion. So that nobody on their way in.
See, that's what I'm saying. So now he says, no. Conference championship is important.
It is.
But this one doesn't have to play in the conference championship, even though it's important.
They don't.
Okay, it's whatever. This is like, can we move on? This is so stupid.
This is how Tom does everything.
Elitism. This guy over here, elitism. I'm going to defend Notre Dame.
Has to get hurt so they can make the playoffs.
I'm going to defend Notre Dame because I hate elitism. Okay.
I'm just confused why they.
Can we move on? God Almighty! You don't even like college football, Kevin. You don't even like college football. You think it's the stupidest thing ever.
Who did Boise State play in their conference championship game?
We've already said UNLV. Are you paying attention?
Okay. They played them twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's the only games they really had that were tough.
So
besides Oregon.
So if Notre Dame would have played UNLV one more time, that would have made you feel better.
I would have been fine with that.
Okay, we're good.
I would have been fine with that. They'd have played Clemson because they're a pseudo ACC team, right?
Yeah.
Or they'd have played SMU.
Yeah.
I've been fine with that.
Well, I think the ACC proved themselves as being very poor. Yeah.
Yeah.
2-10 in bowl games.
This whole
as of today.
This whole
2-10
morphing is it's really paid off for them.
Louisville and Syracuse.
It was Minnesota and Virginia Tech in the Mayo Bowl.
Yeah.
You should have put Duke in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. I mean, come on, put Duke in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Come on. It was an ACC team in there.
We talked about last week with the game at Fenway. It's like they had Boston College playing at Yankee Stadium. It's like, why'd you have them in Fenway?
I know.
Instead of UConn and Carolina.
It's just whatever.
Yeah.
So the 5, 6, 7, and 8 seeds are now in the Final Four.
None of the first round buys.
It would not have happened if it was up to the voting public and their opinions. So there you go, guys.
I agree.
Yep.
It took 1 year of having a playoff to prove everything they've been doing for the past 100 years was complete bull crap.
Exactly.
Fair point.
I agree.
Fair point.
I agree.
No Alabama. And we got 6, 7, and 8 seeds in the championship game. So there you go. St. Louis. There you go. the whole voting thing, the whole opinion thing, and then wait till college basketball when we argue about the 68th best team in the nation.
And you know what really made them look bad is your 4 teams that you had for the buys all got beat.
All conference champions.
Yeah,
they all
that's what I'm
deserve
saying.
to be there.
Yeah.
Every one of them got beat.
Yep.
So that's when you knew that how you select them and how you stack them in there is totally wrong. Boise State and Arizona State, of the two, neither one of them should have been playing.
Texas
in there
should be gone. Okay, 4th and 13.
Time out.
You get beat down the middle.
Boise State got beat by less than Oregon got beat, Terry.
Yes, yeah.
Boise State got beat by 17. Oregon got beat by 20.
And they were down 34-0.
Yeah.
Arizona State, people say they shouldn't be there.
Arizona State made a game out of it.
Almost got beat by 8.
Yeah.
So the two teams everybody said that shouldn't be there, nobody's going to say Georgia and Oregon shouldn't be there. They got beat by 13 and 20.
But here's another thing about Ohio State. They're built like a warm weather team. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you get them in 25 degrees and it's cold. Of course, they did very well against Tennessee, but that Michigan game was windy.
Yeah.
You get them in Pasadena, California, you get them in Paradise. I'm going to tell you, you're going to see it again in the Cotton Bowl. And they play that in Jerry's World, right? Cotton Bowl's in Jerry's World? Is that where they play it? AT&T Stadium?
Let's see.
I'm not sure.
I'll look it up.
If they're playing in the climate.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
So they'll be okay. they'll be okay there too. So they've got a good. They've proved to me. It took me a while to prove to me that they could overcome their shortcomings on the offensive line. The defense is extremely experienced. They played well all year. In that Michigan game, people talk about this or that. They still played well all year long, except say one game, the Oregon game, the first Oregon game, no sacks. They gave up a bunch of points. Tom,
you always tell me matchups. What was the difference from game 1 to this guy? You always say matchups.
This game, I think it's just the way the defense played, Terry. I mean, it's just like they got after the quarterback. They were in Gabriel's face all night. Terry, they had no sacks.
I know.
In the first game, and because they were able to get pressure with their front, they're able to drop back 7 guys.
It didn't hurt.
And there's nowhere to go with the foot.
It didn't hurt that Notre Dame secondary decided to take the first half off either because they got lit up.
Are you talking about Oregon secondary?
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oregon's. I apologize.
Well, no, they tried. I mean, Tennessee tried to go one-on-one with Smith, but even when
we
they
talked
triple
about it
covered
last week.
But even when they triple covered him, they finally said, "Okay, screw it. We're going to get the ball to 4." And they've got other good receivers on there.
Right. That's probably one of the deepest.
Ibuka had a circus catch for a touchdown too. It's like, we're going to 4. We know we're going to 4. You know we're going to 4. We don't care.
Right.
Stop
us.
And right. And they're just playing with a whole lot more confidence. And then on defense, like I said, Terry, you talk about matchups. If I can pressure you with 4, it's going to be a long night for you, bud. Because I now I can drop 7.
Yep.
But everybody
be a
else right
long
now
night
should
for
drop
you.
out.
Yep.
Right.
What's that?
Everybody else right now should drop out except for Ohio State.
That's not what I said. You and Kevin do the same thing.
I'm
That's
not
what I
saying
said.
that. Everybody on television saying that. They said y'all are more elite with skilled players in every position than anybody else that's left.
But you could have a bad game.
That's exactly
Did
right.
we already vote Ohio State won?
That's what I'm saying.
Ohio State
I
won?
mean, when did Tom say we're going to waltz our way to the? I have a lot of confidence in this team.
Hey, why wouldn't they let the quarterback on
Now,
the stand?
much more so than I did. And I'll tell you, a couple weeks ago, I'm like, y'all couldn't beat this lousy Michigan team at home.
Yep. You said. You've been saying the past 2 weeks they couldn't.
Don't get me wrong.
You were hesitant about
good.
their
Very
Yeah,
good.
and against now people forget like a Nebraska game. Where they got
He says,
manhandled
"Can
up
I
front,
go
they got
up there?"
manhandled up front by Nebraska. I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
when you really think
Poor
about
guy,
things
they
like,
told him, no, we won't let you.
oh, that was stupid. But then somebody tried to morph
Look
it in.
at him. He did. The guy turned around and told him. Well,
That
they
you-
won't
wouldn't
let
let
you.
the quarterback on the
They
stage.
wouldn't let the quarterback on the
Hey,
stage.
Terry, no letter for number 18.
That's it.
He did not achieve.
That's it.
He did not achieve.
He
what those
did
fellas
not
right-
accomplish
that
what
guy
he was
right there
supposed
said
to.
no
This
letter,
is
sir.
such-
These
this
guys
is such
achieved
BS.
something you
This is
didn't.
just so-
These
sorry.
guys achieved something
I'm sorry,
you
Tom.
did not.
This is
Is that
such
not fit
BS.
at first?
It's funny.
These
Tom.
guys
Them
achieved
seniors,
something.
This is
said
such
you
BS.
don't
This is
get a
such
You
letter
sit down
today.
there. Maybe next year, young fella.
That's right.
Maybe next year, 18.
You're not
Maybe next year.
qualified to be up here.
If you looked it
No.
up, there was they had the offensive player of the game, the defensive player of the game, which I think,
Right,
which
he
I
didn't
think,
earn it.
I'm
He
just
didn't earn his
saying
letter.
it's stupid. No, it's got nothing to do with the letter. Kevin, shut up.
No
man.
stickers for
Just
Howard
shut up.
Terry.
Just tell the truth. The guy right there in the suit is the fire marshal. He's saying, "Nope, you can't come up here, buddy. It's
Look at all those
overloaded."
people on the stage, and the quarterback's not allowed
I
up
know.
there.
And I absolutely 100% Will Howard should have been on that stage. But
If he throws 2 interceptions next game, who are they going
He
to blame?
said, "Can I not go up there?"
Who they going to blame?
He goes, "No, they're telling me you can't be up here, buddy.
They ain't blaming
I'm sorry."
none of those people on that stage.
You know what
next
they
game
tried
if
to
he throws
say
2
though?
picks.
You know because he's a kid of faith. You know, so he did return thanks, and they said, "Oh, he's religious. We're not letting him on the stage," which is beyond stupid. I mean, it's just beyond.
I wouldn't put
stupid.
it past the television programs though for that to be the case.
Is that
ABC?
That's just stupid.
That's why it depends who the
I mean,
network.
you've
depends
seen
who the
Kevin
network.
do clips before where they've edited out those when they
yes, they
replay the
do.
interviews. They edit that portion out.
What network
guys
was that
believe
on? What network was that? Was that broadcast on?
Sorry, Howard. The
If it's
JV,
ESPN, they
the
fired-
JV station's down there.
ESPN got rid of all their conservatives. Anybody that said that. So if that's ESPN, that might be, or ABC, might be true.
How about the
Every single player thanks God for where they are in their interview, guys.
All right, Tom, well, then
watch the interviews. Every single player. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I want to thank him. Without him, I wouldn't be here.
Tom,
Every single player
they
says
won't go that far.
Every single
Tom,
player
you're
says
right.
that.
Would you pull those up for Ohio State? All the ones that did that on this show. Go ahead, pull them up.
There's
There's 20 guys. You said they all do it. Pull one up.
But they
pull
did
one up on
interview.
Twitter.
They did
Hey,
not.
Google it.
They
Pull one
did
of them.
not. They did not interview all those kids. They did not interview.
They
all
interviewed
of
the
them.
ones that wouldn't say that. then.
Oh my
Ah,
God!
there's
almighty.
loopholes. I just want to know.
Okay.
I just want to know
All
why the I wasn't even
Look,
going. I
man,
just
he
want to know why
hurt
the
his
poor
feelings.
quarterback wasn't allowed up there.
It hurt his feelings.
They
man.
said that team captains, he's not a captain, most valuable offensive player, most valuable defensive player, and coaches and all that, which was just beyond stupid that they wouldn't let him up there. That's beyond
Yeah,
stupid.
Chip, start counting players.
1, 2.
So, like, the guy in the suit needed to get down so Will
Right,
Howard
yeah.
could get up there. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Like, if the guy in the suit would get down, then Howard could get up there.
I
and our
swear I've
problem
seen that
solved.
guy like running. I think he was at the Hornets NBA thing. I'm not lying. That guy I have seen before. I think he was at the All-Star weekend. He's like the head of security. I swear, Terry, I've seen that dude. Like standing on All-Star floor at Bojangles Coliseum for the practices.
Trying to see how many other players were there. 1, 2. That's 3, 4.
Look at all those atheists up there.
1, 2, 3, 4,
6,
5,
7, 8, 9,
6,
10, 11, 12,
8,
13.
9,
That's 13 before we got Chris Fowler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
I
whole
think
defense, the center, the punter.
It was dumb not to.
It was
let him
everybody
up there.
that earned the
I would say
letter.
that's extremely poor taste.
I would
and
agree,
that
yeah.
They're going to suffer for that. They're going to suffer for
14,
that
15,
decision.
16, 17, 18, 19 players on that stage.
That was the dumbest thing that they could have done. I will say that. It's just dumb. Not to let Will Howard on that stage is dumb because then you open it up for all these cornball theories. But it's just like the guy's the quarterback of the team. He had like 300 some yards, no interceptions, 3 or 4 touchdowns. I mean, like how are you going to keep him off the stage?
I've met that security guy, 100%. He was at the All-Star game. That's like a national security type thing, not national security type thing, but a whatever their security agency is that handles that is
his cousin.
the same.
That's what it is.
That's the same. That's the same.
It's actually my cousin.
Oh Lord.
I'm 100. Because I'll tell you, I'll even tell you where it was. I snuck
Yeah, I
to
swear,
a part
man.
of the court I wasn't supposed to be at, and just kind of sit there and just kind of, because he was kind of clearing. So he was doing that actually for the TV. He was clearing the area, and
you know,
it must have been ESPN. I bet that's what that. I bet that's what
Chip,
that is.
that guy put his forearm in my neck and slammed me up against the wall when I was at the Hornets game one time. He caught me with a rosary.
I recognize somebody.
Oh, come on.
I had my rosary with me, so he put me on the ground and punched me in the head. That's what he did. God, somebody get that guy. Extremely stupid to not let Will Howard on the stage, though. I will agree. It's extremely stupid. And you opened yourself up for criticism, and you deserve the criticism for that.
Yep. How about the historical gravity or the historical significance of the 4 programs that are that are the Final 4?
Mhm.
Rankings aside, I mean, you've got 4
Blue Bloods.
Yeah, that ought to be.
That's what they want, though. I mean, I will agree with Kevin on that. That's what they want.
Well,
They make the most money.
They won their
They gonna
way
make
in.
they gonna make as much money if Boise State's in there.
Yeah, right. Or well, yeah.
They gonna make as much money if Boise State's in there. No.
Hit a computer for me. Here's where Tom doesn't believe that they do this.
So he's gonna cheer.
I mean, it's been amazing being in this city for as short as I've
All right.
And then he keeps talking.
That was the interview. Now this is where ESPN posted online.
In your first NFL season and a record-setting performance for you, what does this moment mean?
I mean, it's been amazing.
They skipped the whole 2 sentences about his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Tom, you say they don't do it, and I just sit there and show you that they do it.
He goes and finds one example of something, and I don't even know who cut the whatever. He like finds one example, and all of a sudden,
but they
it's
do
like
it.
They're atheists.
That's all I'm saying is that they do it. I'm not saying that's why they did it. I didn't even bring up that for the reason
majority of the
Howard
country
did.
is Christian. Vast majority of the country thanks God, returns all that, and all of a sudden I was like, no.
I don't know if I'd say the vast majority anymore. You guys, I won't turn this. I won't turn it political, but.
Tom, you said they don't do it. I show you they doing it.
Like we know who edited that. We know where that came from. Like everything we see online, it must be
ESPN.
True. It must be true. Okay, all right. They're all like trying to single out people who thank God. Yeah, I understand that now. Can we move on?
You've got one political rally where somebody brought up God in the crowd.
I asked. Why is Will Howard not up there? I didn't even bring up any of that. You brought it up, and then Chip said they do it, and then you said they don't do it.
It was a blogger that said it was a blogger.
And I've met that security guy for ESPN.
I'm sure. Yeah, he's your cousin.
Hey, we're at a political rally. You had somebody in the crowd yelling about God. You had a presidential candidate say, "I think you're at the wrong. I think you're at the wrong rally."
If it's not in Tom's textbook or on CNN, Tom doesn't.
I don't have a textbook, and I don't watch CNN.
But I just show you stuff, and you're just like, that didn't happen. You don't know that guy. You've never met that guy in your life.
I don't have a textbook, and I don't watch CNN.
I've met that guy. I've seen that guy. And I'm
See
like,
how he just makes stuff up? And he's like, he accuses me of making stuff up. He makes stuff up. I haven't had a textbook since 2006, Chip, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay? Someone hasn't reviewed the school's budget here recently. So if you would give me a textbook, Kevin, I would use it.
I'm going to give you one that will prove that George Bush is not a good American. How about that one? And you go
George,
from there.
Who was shot down at Midway. Guy fought at Midway.
Yeah.
Shot down at Midway. But he's not a real American. Okay. Midway, World War II. Not a real American.
It's not what I said.
There's more than any of us sitting in this room have done. I'll say that.
Not what I said.
You said he wasn't a real American?
A good American.
Well, I think anybody who served his country in World War II deserves a little bit of props for that. A little bit. At least. Hey, not bad there. Appreciate you putting your life on the line.
Oh, no.
Oh, Lordy, here we go.
You know, you can't debate Tom because if it's not in the book, if it's not in the school book, he doesn't believe it. You can't give him any other thing.
I just
showed you a video.
I just told him I don't.
All right, Tom, let me ask you this. Was George Bush one at JFK's assassination?
Oh, my God.
And if you answer wrong, then I know we can't have a conversation.
I don't know, Kevin.
There's pictures of him there, Tom. That's all I need to say.
So he killed JFK.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Okay. All right, we'll be back in a few minutes. Do the previews, KDCBroadcasting.com.
Work smarter, not harder with a new Polaris from Full Throttle Power Sports in Indian Walk in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 off select models of Polaris units. But that's not all. It's the Suzuki Your Style sales event. Get 0% financing for 36 months or up to $1,600 in customer cash. But that's not all. Celebrate 40 years with the Kawasaki Ninja and see the Kawasaki Blackout Edition. It's your choice at Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Join us for our live Sunday morning worship services on WHS. It's the Sunday morning worship service from Calvary Baptist Church in Shelby, and on WCSL, it's the Sunday morning worship service from First Baptist Church in Cherryville.
Hi, I'm KJ Simpson. Here's Charlotte Hornets basketball on Carolina Country, WCSL 92.9 FM and 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Justin Allgaier is the 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion.
Congratulations to Justin Allgaier and Junior Motorsports on winning the 2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series championship.
This race team just never gave up, never quit. I can't say thank you enough to all of them. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. You know, my daughter paints a helmet. We put a lucky horseshoe on it this year for my grandfather, and it worked out.
Join us for NASCAR racing in 2025 on Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Why choose Kubota for your new compact tractor? All the options in the market can make the choice difficult, but don't lock yourself in before you've seen what Kubota can offer. We've been selling reliable tractors in the U.S. for over 50 years. Your Kubota dealer can help you select the right tractor at a price you can afford and then support your purchase after the sale. Stop by your dealer today for a tractor you can count on for years to come.
Your Kubota dealer in this area is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain.
Tee it up for a great golf experience at the Cherryville Golf and Country Club. And yes, the course is open to the public 7 days a week. For your tee time, give them a call, 704-435-6597. Tune your game up with their driving range. And on Friday, come on out for the Captain's Choice, starting at 5:30. And for that special event, keep the Cherryville Country Club in mind, with several event packages available. That's the Cherryville Golf and Country Club, 200 Club Drive, Cherryville. Online at cherryvillegolf.com.
Check out the year-end savings sales event at McGinnis Furniture in downtown Cherryville. Right now, all motion furniture, sofas, and recliners are 20 to 40% off. That's right, all motion furniture now, 20 to 40% off. And check out the line of accessories, including lamps, pictures, mirrors, and more, all up to 50% off. Celebrate the new year with new furniture. On sale now at McGinnis Furniture, 303 East Main Street, downtown Cherryville. Online at McGinnisFurniture.com. Check out the great deals at Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop in Kings Mountain. Like this week, a 2016 Acura MDX SH all-wheel drive and entertainment package, only $15,495. Also a 2012 Honda Odyssey EX minivan for $12,495 and a 2013 Scion XD four-door hatchback priced at $84,995. Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com. Like them on Facebook too.
The scripture says in Psalm 122 verse 1, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. From the staff and congregation of the First Baptist Church in Cherryville, we'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to worship with us. Our Sunday school begins at 9:45 a.m., our worship service at 11, and our Wednesday evening service is at 6 p.m. Our Sunday worship services can also be heard live here on WCSL Sunday mornings at 11, and you can watch the live stream on Facebook. If you do not have a church home, we would love for you to come be with us at the First Baptist Church in Cherryville.
Okay, sports fans, for fun, drink, and some great food after or before the game, head to the all-new Cherry Pit Bar and Grill in Cherryville. From great appetizers to all kinds of sandwiches and plates, they've got it. Also, try the Pit Burger, along with salads and homemade sides. And check them out for lunch specials from 11 to 3, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. You're going to love it. Cheer on your favorite team at the all-new Cherry Pit Bar and Grill, 201 North Mountain Street in Cherryville. Online at cherry-pit.com. Like them on Facebook, too. The Don Gibson Theater is located at 318 South Washington Street in Shelby. They feature the best in national artists from all around the country, blues, bluegrass, country, and rock, among other genres. Coming Saturday, January 18th at 8 o'clock, it's Love and Theft. Saturday, February 1st at 8 o'clock, country star Wade Hayes. Saturday, February 8th, it's the Flat River Band. And the Cleverleys return Friday, February 18th at 8 o'clock. For tickets and information, call 704-487-8114 or stop by the box office today, the Don Gibson Theater. Buy here, pay here. at Carfair Auto Sales on the Gastonia Bessemer City Road in Gastonia. Come in now and take a look at a 2015 GMC Acadia with a down payment of $2,000. A 2018 Dodge Grand Caravan, down payment $2,000. A 2015 Dodge Durango, down payment $2,000. And a 2018 Jeep Cherokee, down payment $2,000. See what $2,000 will get you into at Carfair Auto Sales, 1320 Bessemer City Road in Gastonia, online at carfairinc.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Up with Kevin in the game. They're Terry and Tom going to argue a little bit more.
No.
Well, we got Texas and Ohio State to preview, and Penn State and Notre Dame to preview. So, no SEC, and well, I guess Texas is SEC. They hired them.
Honorary
SEC. They hired them.
Does that mean Notre Dame's honorary ACC representative?
It's debatable.
Are we going back to that? I mean, it's just
They are.
Well, they weren't, but they didn't play in the national. They didn't play in the conference
They even
championship
brought
game.
it up and said ACC, Big
Now,
Ten,
Terry's going to claim
and SEC.
Terry's going to claim them now.
No, that's what they said
Now
on the
he's gonna claim
television. I didn't put that on there.
So
I did not put that on there.
So one person says that, and it's automatically true.
Well,
So
we
get to
have
say.
noticed when one little place makes a lot of mistakes that we have shown on this program
They have.
before.
They probably said that.
So
But
there
that
you
doesn't
go.
make it true. Just because somebody says
I'm
something
just
that's
telling you
stupid
what
doesn't
somebody
make it true.
says.
Oh boy,
What did somebody say?
Well, I'm just talking about
Notre
we have
Dame's
showed
an
the program.
ACC
Yeah.
representative. That's what they try to say. It represents the ACC, even though they didn't play. They didn't really play. In the
Oh, I'm with you, Tom. I'm with you 100%.
How many ACC games did they play this year?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So play 3 more and then go to the conference championship.
You could.
That's what
And they only did that 1 year.
Drop the service academies and play. Play 2
but
more.
they cannot
play 2
do
more
that on
teams.
account of how much money.
how much
That's
is
what I tried
NBC
to tell
paying
you.
them? Not
There you
That's
go.
what I tried to tell you.
Do you think it'd be better if they dropped the service academies and played? Let's see.
Miami.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
I need to get the standings real quick. Standings. If they dropped the service academies, and then instead would play a team like Maryland and Northwestern, would that make them better?
Not this year.
Just
That's what I'm
curious. SEC fans, if they dropped the service academy and played
Vanderbilt,
Mississippi State, and Kentucky, would that Vanderbilt beat Alabama?
That's
So
right,
they're off.
Vanderbilt. But they ended up like
Mississippi
7 and
State
6.
and Kentucky. That would make them better. They beat those two teams were ranked.
Mississippi State
Navy
wasn't
and,
very,
and
yeah.
Army.
Mississippi State wasn't very good this year. Mississippi,
No, they're 2-10.
yeah.
But all right, Texas, Ohio State, Chip. What you got in this one?
Texas has been kind of spotty all year, and I will say Ohio State's got the most talent of any of the 4 teams left, and I think they're playing good football right now. I'll go with the Buckeyes.
Terry?
Well, all good things must come to an end. Texas wins.
So I'm so glad he picked Texas because he's usually wrong on these. So I think Ohio State has got it together. I know that I've been a doubter. I've been a naysayer. My brother even said, "You picked Oregon in our bowl pick 'em." I was like, "Yeah, I did. I mean, they were playing good ball." But I think Ohio State gets by Texas. Like Texas had to get a 4th and 13. Yeah. It was a 4th and 13. They were dead to right. How do you give up that? How do you give up that receiver down the middle, get inside position there and catch that? I mean, it just blows my mind that Arizona State gave up that play.
All right. The other game, Penn State against Notre Dame. Tommy?
I hate Notre Dame. And I think, Notre Dame does have some injuries on defense, but they're finding ways to win. Penn State, I think, is peaking at the right time, too. So this is a tough one. I'm going to go with Penn State.
Again, all good things must come to an end. Notre Dame wins.
Because these first 2 games didn't matter.
Yeah, if Notre Dame wins this game, does it make it a big game for Penn State? But if Penn State wins, it don't mean nothing. That's what I'm just curious about this argument. Now, I agree. I think Penn State's hit their stride, but I think Notre Dame's been playing really good football too. I'm gonna go with the Irish.
Is that it?
Yep.
Those two games.
All right. So
we all have to repick our national championship
right in next week. So all right, when we come back, JP.
Is that the only games this coming week?
Oh, you want other games?
Yeah. Thought there's
I don't
more.
know.
In the pros, I've never seen Cleveland as a 20-point underdog. Yeah, we're going to get to pro football.
Whoa.
I've never seen that. They're a 20-point underdog.
Oh, yeah, there's a few games.
Because some players aren't playing. It's going to be hard to play a parlay this week, Terry, because you got so many not playing. But Cleveland is I've never seen a pro game where somebody was a 20-point
Tom, why are you
underdog.
talking betting on this pro?
I've never seen a pro team 20-point underdog. Never.
Having problems finding the schedule here. Yeah. You get to bet on players' incentives this week, Tom. Like, I'll give you a list of like players trying to get 1,000 yards.
I hate those. So I never do those. I've done them like a couple times. Like you try to bet on somebody getting like 1,000 rushing yards.
Don't pick Saquon.
No. Saquon might break the record though. What's he need?
I think he's sitting out.
He's not.
I think we're going to talk about that later. Buffalo, Liberty today.
What's the spread?
Buffalo favored by 4.5.
I'm picking Buffalo. No way. I don't pick Liberty.
Why?
Personal reasons.
You just been sitting here defending Christianity in the United States, and you're picking against liberty.
Yeah, not my brand of Christianity there.
All right, just to go against Chip, I'm gonna pick Liberty. Okay. Because
they're WWJD. The J stands for something different.
I literally cannot find any other game.
That's it. And I'm also taking Liberty.
There are no other games.
All right.
So there's one game.
Chip picks against Liberty. I can't believe that.
All right. When we come back, we'll do NBA, NFL picks, and more. We got to talk playoffs. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Hear that? Shh. That's Eric Hendrick at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. He's taking a nap on one of these famous Sealy mattresses. They sell Sealy and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Great for a nap or a full night's sleep. And while there, check out the Speed Queen 20-year washer with big year-end savings. So don't sleep on the job, sleep all night long with a Sealy or Tempur-Pedic mattress from Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center. 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming up.
Get a steal of a deal on a new steel from Boyd's Tire and Appliance on Main Street in Clover. For over 74 years, Boyd's Tire and Appliance has been serving this area with the finest in steel chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, and more. Gas and battery-powered tools, plus John Deere and Gravely zero-turn mowers, along with appliances, tires, and yes, a great supply of John Deere toys. That's Boyd's Tire and Appliance, 110 North Main Street in Clover, online at BoydTireandAppliance.com, and see their page at What'sUpShopper.com.
Okay, if you're in the market for a new trailer, there's no better place than TRT Trailer Sales in Lincoln. They have the absolute best price on comparable trailers anywhere, from enclosed trailers to landscape trailers to utility and dump trailers. Also, concession trailers too, plus a full parts and service department. Ask about financing. Visit the website at trttrailersales.com. Like them on Facebook too. TRT Trailer Sales at exit 20 on Highway 321 in Lincoln. Call 877-279-7465 for TRT Trailer Sales. For 5 years, Final Plunge Plumbing has won the prestigious Community Choice Award for Gaston County. Final Plunge Plumbing is a full-service plumbing company offering water and sewer main repairs, water heater replacement, and repairs with names like Rheem, State Select, Renai, and Navian. And they provide upfront pricing, so there's no surprise when you get your bill. First-time customers receive a 10% discount up to $500. Choose the best and take the plunge with Final Plunge Plumbing. Call 704-860-5889 or find them online at finalplunge.com. Get the Ford Power Promise at Tyndall Ford Roush in Gastonia. You get the electric vehicle promise from day one. Get a free complimentary Ford home charger with standard installation and 24/7 live support. And for Superpower, remember Tyndall Ford Roush is the world's premier Roush dealer, selling more than anyone since 2015. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years. Tyndall Ford Roush, 1901 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at tyndallford.com.
This month's Scholar Athlete of the Month is L.T. Forney, a senior at East Lincoln High School. The award is sponsored by McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, and WhatsUpShopper.com. L.T. is the son of Merle Forney. He plays football, basketball, and runs track for the Mustangs. He has a 4.0 grade point average. His advanced classes include calculus, seminar, physics, and attends Gaston College classes. He's a member of the School Leadership Club and active in several other school clubs. He's a member of the Ebenezer United Methodist Church and is involved in their food and clothing drives. He is also active in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. After graduation, LT plans to study engineering and possibly play college football. Congratulations to LT Forney of East Lincoln High School, this month's Scholar Athlete of the Month, which recognizes the accomplishments in athletics and for overall achievements in the classroom and community. Sponsored by McDonald's, KTC Broadcasting, and WhatsUpShopper.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Yeah. All right, welcome back. We'll take a quick look around the in the Nuba. Tom, how's your Cavs?
They won again last night.
Still in first.
See, that was a quiz. He wanted to make sure that
4.5.
Yeah, they
Hornets
they
are
beat
next to last place for you Hornets fans out
they
there.
beat the Mavericks last night. The thing that's given me more confidence about Cleveland is they're beating good teams on the road. If you can beat good teams on the road, you're a championship quality team.
Hey, the good news, Hornets fans, we're one win away from the number one pick.
We'll find a way to mess the lottery up.
The Wizards and Pelicans have 6 wins. We got 7.
NBA doesn't want Charlotte to have the number one pick.
No, they'll have to be in the drawing.
Well, it just depends if anybody's good coming in. If it's a generational talent, they'll give us 1 or 2. But if it's somebody that we can't that'll never be any good, I mean, no, if it's like Wembyana or Shaq or somebody
there
like that,
was no way there was no way we were getting the number one pick with Wembyana.
So Jimmy Butler's asking for a trade.
Pat Riley said no initially.
Who wants him, Tommy? Y'all want him? Terry, y'all want him?
No.
He said, I'll go to any other of the 29 teams in the NBA but this place. Y'all want him, Terry?
No.
I
like the player he is. But
he
I
wears
don't
out
like,
his welcome almost everywhere he goes eventually. I thought just a year or two ago, they did an article about just how he had found his home and he had finally found the right setup and the right, and he and Riley and who's the head coach? What's his name?
Spoelstra.
Yeah. He had a good dynamic with them, and I mean, it's like he wears out his welcome everywhere. Do you want that? Do you want a year and a half of good basketball for what he's going to do to your franchise after that?
You know who could use it?
Charlotte.
Milwaukee. I know they could, but I'm talking about an elite team, maybe Milwaukee could use him. I thought he'd fit right in there.
Think he and Damian could all right. I was trying to see who would be a good fit for.
Well, he's not going to go anywhere like Charlotte. Anywhere they go, I don't know if I don't think Pat Riley's going to train to a team that's going to beat him. Is he? He usually don't do that type of stuff.
I don't think Jimmy's going to want to go to a team that's not competitive.
Right.
Would you say he is? I won't say past his prime, but on the tail end of his. Is he getting there?
I think it depends on where he's playing.
How old is he? He's got to be in his 30s.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's
35. God, yes, he's done.
So you know who's going to pick him up then?
Stick a 4 again.
You know who's going to pick him up?
I'd love to be 35 again.
Say. But you know who's going to pick him
I'd
up.
I'd like to be 40, LeBron's age, and doing what he does.
He'll be the Lakers.
Oh,
I can see if they have enough capital to trade to the Heat.
Yeah, they'd have to.
Riley's not just going to give him away.
Well, speaking of Lakers,
he got suspended 7 games,
and that's probably just the beginning.
Who did?
Jimmy Butler.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't realize that.
He asked for a trade. Riley told him no, and I think Jimmy basically said, "I'm not playing," and so they suspended him.
I can't believe he's 35.
Yeah.
Here's Barkley talking about the Lakers and JJ Redick.
Was he just talking about folks on TV? He said something about we're the reason people ain't watching this crappy product we got.
So JJ said that Barkley and Shaq and all them are the reason that nobody's watching their product. Talk about the NBA ratings. They're having a little battle. So Barkley called their product crappy, of course. It's just right here. But here's him going at JJ a little bit.
That's JJ. Yeah, us, like we out there jacking up 103s a night. JJ, I don't know Jason Monroe. I don't know who that is, but JJ, you come for the king, you better not miss. Because I can get you, brother, because I got your Lakers games. You can't hide them flaws they got. You just a dead man walking. They got rid of Frank Vogel, who did a good job. They got rid of Darvingham, who did a good job. But you came out there thinking you were going to change things with that same ugly girl you went on the date with.
64-51
My
was
God.
the time score as we get back to the highlights. And Rudy Gobert.
Ernie's trying to get I can make this thing work. Hell, you can.
77.
There you go.
Makeup on that pig.
The Lakers are pigs.
The Lakers stink, man.
Oh, man, okay.
Come on, man.
Tatum, by the way, at 38.
He said, "Put some makeup on that pig, Terry."
Oh my gosh.
He's harsh.
Don't. You messed with the bull.
Don't cross.
I mean,
You
he's
messed with the
truthful.
bull.
There's one thing you always get from Barkley is his honest opinion on it. He might be weird or outspoken with it, but like
It's kind of hard to say though. The Lakers are in fourth out west.
Well, correct. Yes. What I'm saying, they're talking about the brand of basketball and the ratings is what they're arguing about. Is what's going on with that one.
That show pulls in better ratings than most games do. How can JJ Redick make that argument?
That's bad.
Yeah.
How about this Buddy Hield? Anybody know him?
Yeah, plays for the Golden State.
Well, Redick did say he didn't care what Barkley had to say. Here, listen to this.
This good
Perfect
on an
system for him.
NBA team. There's a stat I remember that I love. On a catch and shoot behind the arc, Buddy was shooting just shy of 85% from behind the arc.
What?
On a catch and shoot. One dribble, 11%.
Oh my. Buddy Hield catch and shoot 85% from three.
Wow.
One dribble or more, 11%. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like because you don't have to think about
My
it.
God.
Don't dribble.
If you think, I'm serious, man. Some guys mess themselves up if they think about it. If you dribble once, you
cheer
think
the
about
other
it.
players on.
Here's Cameron Payne talking about how hard it is being a role player.
Man, it's hard to tell a guy that was cooking in college to come in and say, "Hey, bro, I just need you to be a cheerleader." Like, no disrespect, but like, I just need you to cheer the other players on. Like, it's hard because all you know is, man, I just been scoring 25 a night. Like, I'm the man. The people that stay in the league a long time figure out the role faster. But it's hard to understand that role when you think you still the guy. It's hard for young players to come right in and fit into their role because it's like I'm trying to show something when that's not what's needed. But I didn't learn it until I was out the league, until I was humbled. Like taking my jersey to the game, like do that. Nah, I don't remember last time I did that. So like little things like that made me understand, all right, bro, this is my role. Obviously I want to play more, but like sometimes it's just not what you're gonna get, and it's not your fault.
We talk about these role players in the NBA all the time. Like, he's ever getting paid $10 million or $15 million to sit there and not do anything. And then you get them in the game and you want them to hustle and die for balls and stuff. I don't know how that any of that works. Here's a.
I wonder how, he's sitting there talking about it in a lot of situations. It's not even their fault. It's just how the team's constructed. How many, and I'm not saying it's all the time, but how many really good, talented players that could challenge for to be an all-star are kind of stifled by their franchises just to fit into a role early in their career. The flip side of that is if you're that good, the cream's going to rise to the top. I get that, but if a franchise is just so focused on filling roles that they're not seeing your best, they're not getting the best out of you, are they stifling your progress as a player?
I don't know. All I know is if I'm making $10 million, I can sit on the bench for anybody.
It's 15, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
I'll
Come
sit
on.
on the bench for 15 minutes.
That's exactly right.
I can play that. I can
And laugh all the way to the bench.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, if I made $15 million to sit on the bench, you put me in, I'd hustle. I'd hustle as much as you wanted me to. You want me to be the foul guy? Who you want me to foul?
Anybody but Draymond.
Yeah, you might be in a fight if you fouled Draymond, but we didn't even get into the Draymond argument there. But Draymond had 2 points, but he's a complete player. That's a whole nother. He's a complete player. I swear, man.
All right, JP.
I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah, because
there was something that was circled about something that he did, but he had more assists than their point guard. He had more rebounds.
Steph has to score
you know
more
what I'm saying?
Because you've got an offensive player, you got a shooting first point guard.
Okay, well, they always say they can't never win a championship, which he's won a few, but not lately.
Draymond.
All right, JP, when we come back, we'll talk NFL more. KDCBroadcasting.com.
For your next vehicle, shop a dealer you can trust. That's Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop. They bring out the best in price and quality. This week, take a look at a 2016 Acura MDX all-wheel drive for $15,495. Or how about a 2012 Honda Odyssey EX, automatic 5-speed with front-wheel drive, priced at $12,495. And a 2013 Scion XD, 131,000 miles, priced at $84,995. Oak Grove Auto Sales, Service, and Body Shop, 522 Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. Online at oakgroveauto.com.
Hi, I'm Skylar Rambo Cheney, driver of the number 17 NASCAR Weekly Series late model stock car. When I need quality services, I shop with Hendricks Honda of Hickory, Bug Busters, Country Town and Tire, Farm Bureau Insurance with Marvin Melton, Doug's Fleet and Auto Glass, and ProMotion Motor Company. Support your local businesses, and I'll see you at the track this year.
ProMotion Motors, celebrating 25 years in business at 2527 East Main Street in Lincoln. Online at promotionmotors.com and like them on Facebook too. Tired of living with pain? Sure you are. Now's a great time to see Pro Wellness Family Chiropractic in Lincoln about shockwave therapy. It's a non-invasive treatment that stimulates the body's natural healing process. It can help regenerate nerve tissue. Shockwave therapy can help with injured tendons, ligaments, and other soft tissue. Find out more. See Pro Wellness Family Chiropractic, 644 Clark Drive in Lincoln. Online at prowellnessnc.com. Like them on Facebook too. Now is the best time ever to buy your new floor for your home or business at Floor in America in Kings Mountain or Carpet One Interiors in Gastonia. Now get 12 months financing and pay 0 interest. That's right, pay no interest for a full year. From LVP flooring to carpet to vinyl to tile to hardwoods. They've got it all, and now 12 months interest-free financing. At Floor in America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, and Carpet One Interiors, 2757 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Your perfect floor starts at Floor in America in Kings Mountain and Carpet One Interiors in Gastonia.
Check out the red hot buys this month at Ferguson Ace Hardware in Cherryville, like Ace Basic Pleated Air Filters. Buy 3, get 1 free. Save on 12-gallon, 15-quart stackable latching storage totes. Ferguson has a full line of power tools by Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Craftsman, and power it up with Energizer batteries. All sizes now $2 off per pack. Buy more, save more at Ferguson Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Ace, the helpful place.
Call Bean Brothers Landscaping and ask about their irrigation packages. Your lawn will be the best in the neighborhood. They can install a brand new irrigation system, or they can make repairs on your current system. They feature Rainbird and Huntington systems, both with a 1-year warranty. The best time to have your lawn watered is from 4 a.m. till 8 a.m. Now, I don't think you're going to get up every morning to do that. Residential and commercial, so call Bean Brothers Landscaping, 704-718-4988, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Online at beanbrotherslandscaping.com. Like them on Facebook too.
And we're back with Kevin and the gang. I believe, if I remember correctly, they said they were going to be talking about the NFL. Was I correct?
Yes.
Way to listen up, JP.
Way to go, JP.
We're looking at Jim Valvano and Duke and Carolina sweaters right now, and Jordan and Duke practice gear, having a little fun with some artificial intelligent pictures. You try to type in Jim Valvano in a Tar Heel sweater, and that's what you can get. Tom, is that
fun? But it's
borderline scary.
This is going to be a way to perpetuate more BS. Yeah. I mean, it looks real, man. Like if you,
last week we had Jose Canseco and Alex Rodriguez giving Christmas gifts.
I typed in Mac Brown crying at Kid Brewer Stadium, and this is what come up, Terry.
Now they actually won the game at Kid Brewer, right?
Correct.
They won.
That was
won
the
that
overtime.
game.
Yeah,
that was that wild one where they cheated. Oh goodness! Nah, we came into their house and ruined his day is what we did. Let's see if I had one more that was going to be funny to see. I don't think I did it. That one. I did a baby riding a velociraptor. My little boy like that. I love little boys like that one.
So is that just like a little filter?
No. So you can type in, draw me a photo of. I typed in, draw me a photo of a baby riding a velociraptor, and this is what I got. So you just type in those exact words, and it'll make a picture for you.
Have you seen the meme of
You type it in just a search engine?
No, on Twitter they've got they've got a their AI is called Grok.
Okay.
And that's what you. So I typed in T-Rex hunting as an alligator. This is one of my theories. Is that this is how they hunted. So I wanted to show someone that. So you can just type in pretty much whatever you want. Like what you got, George Washington Duncan.
George Washington Duncan on Kim Jong Un. Like
yeah, like you can type
Abraham
in like,
Lincoln boxes out Joseph Stalin.
Right. Like
now, that's not really AI. That's just more of a painting, but it's really
well for JP. You know, I did type in Jesus wielding his lightsaber. So like, as I said, you can type in anything you want, Tom.
Oh, that hurts. Oh.
That's a little sacrilegious.
Hey, now time out. No, time out. Maybe it's not. Chip, true or false? Does it not say he will return with his sword of light?
He also said
It
those
says
that
he
live
will
by the sword
return-
die by the sword,
It
right?
will
Am I
return
correct
with
on that?
Jesus is not coming back in peace, Tom. You do know that, don't you? He's coming back to wreck
But he
havoc.
also said those that
With
live
his
by the
sword
sword
of light.
die by the sword.
Look, I even got. I mean,
No,
really
go back to the one in the desert. Go back to the you next. Yeah, he showed like, look at this. I can put my hand on a lightsaber. Look at that.
Right. That's Jesus. Exactly. Now, if you want to know how he got here, Tom, we'll just check out his spaceship.
Oh man.
So you can type in all kinds of. That's what I say. It's just fun. So we're gonna have some fun. I can only do like so many a day. So
I would do more like Kevin Hastings in a spaceship before I would do Jesus in a spaceship. I don't know. Just saying.
Sure.
No, that's actually funny. That's actually funny. I'd go with that.
Flipper, you're in danger, buddy.
I put Darth Shark fighting a dolphin.
Shark Vader.
A Sith Dark fighting a dolphin.
Shark Vader against Flipper.
You boys got to have fun. Gotta have some fun. Jesus will return with a sword of light, Tom. Read it.
Okay.
All right. NFL. It's that time of week. All right. So we've got NFL scenarios that we got to talk about. Playoffs, who can do what, where, what teams are still alive, and all that. So let's get into a little bit of that over here on the standings. So I'm bringing these up for you. All right. KC's in 1 seed at 15-1, Buffalo 2, Baltimore 3, Houston 4. College football fans just could not understand this at all. Pittsburgh 5, Chargers 6. Broncos, Dolphins, and Bengals fighting for the 7th spot. If Denver wins, they're in.
And Pittsburgh's out.
No, Pittsburgh's in.
No,
Pittsburgh's in on. Okay, so it's between the Chargers and the Broncos.
And Dolphins.
And Dolphins.
No, Chargers are in.
No, Chargers is between the Broncos, the Dolphins, and the Bengals.
Broncos,
okay,
Dolphins,
okay,
Bengals.
okay, I see.
Broncos,
I was
Dolphins.
getting ready to say, didn't the Chargers beat the Broncos twice?
Chargers are in. If Denver wins, they're in. Denver loses, then Miami and Cincinnati have chances to get in. I guess if Cincinnati needs both the ones ahead of them to lose for them to get in.
Well, nobody wants to see Cincinnati get in. Joe Burrow's playing well right now.
I was about to say,
He is.
Nobody wants to see Cincinnati get in.
Baltimore strength of victory at 551. It's pretty good there. Looking at teams, Buffalo and Kansas City also in the 400s. They're Cincinnati's 281. Down in the NFC, Detroit 1, Philadelphia 2, Rams 3, Bucks 4. Speaking of people that don't understand it, the Rams wide receiver Ramon St. Brown said that if they end up in second, they shouldn't be less than they should seed them by the number of wins and not the champions. So until he's a college football fan on that one. So they're in the 1 seed right now. Minnesota's in the 5. They're going to flip flop there. Maybe.
So if Atlanta wins and Tampa Bay loses, Atlanta's in.
Correct. The only teams available in the NFC fighting for position is Atlanta and Tampa fighting for their division title, and they will get the 4 seed.
This week, nobody's really playing their guys then, because it's pretty much all set. Just only a few teams.
Detroit and Minnesota.
Oh, that's right, because they're playing for the number one.
They're playing for the first round bye.
Yeah. So they're going for the 1 seed. Philadelphia has said that they're going to sit their starters. Saquon Barkley has been told he's going to sit. Yet, Barkley has been practicing. So,
how could you take that opportunity away from
him? Is it really the award though? Because he did it one extra game.
That's what we wanted. That's what I wanted to bring up and ask about that.
That is true. That is true.
So the question is,
go ahead.
The question is, if I was a running back and I had played 16 games and I had any integrity in me at all, I wouldn't play. I wouldn't do the 17th.
Out of respect for Eric
However,
Dickerson.
if I had missed a game or two and didn't play all 17, this is the 17th game, I would probably do it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, fair point.
But again, the extra game and stuff that we talked about this when they added it's going to change records and stuff. I don't think anybody's going to get to Emmett, Terry, based on how they play today. But the fact Frank Gore got as far as he did worries me, because he's not as good as some of those other ones at all. He's not as good as OJ and Walter Payton and them. So I'm not. I don't know about this one. I wouldn't. I would let him. I guess I would let him play. I don't know. What do you think, Terry? What?
Well, if it's my opinion,
yeah,
I'm gonna want to play,
right?
Because if I get number one, nobody's gonna. That's what you're gonna remember. I'm on top. If you don't play, then you're never gonna have a chance to be on top. You don't know whether this will happen next year. You don't know whether you're gonna go out and tore an ACL or something next year. You don't know whether this opportunity ever come around again.
And just because you play don't mean you're going to break the record.
That's what I'm saying.
Other team can stop you.
I mean, he's going to get his former team, the Giants, but can he get 101 yards? Yeah, he can, but you got to go play. And do I want to be on top or do I want to be underneath Eric Dickerson? And with him not playing, I mean, Eric's going to say, I did it in less games. Yeah, you're going to be able to say that, but you're not first.
OJ says that already. Well, he said. Because OJ did it in 14.
Yeah.
So
go back to Jim Brown.
So Dickerson can't sit there and say, I did it one less when he knows he did it in two more than.
I mean, Eric Dickerson does not want him to play.
Jim Brown ran for 1,800.
Dickerson's selfish. I know Dickerson don't want him to play. I already know what Dickerson.
I mean, it's all about do you want to be on top?
They interviewed Dickerson last week before Sunday Night Football, and he said, "Look, if it was Saquon, he wouldn't want anybody to break his record." He said, "I'm not saying. He's just being honest. I respect it." And look, Jim Brown ran for 1,863 yards in 14 games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but my opinion with him, do you go out there and you take a chance on hurting yourself? Yeah, it's there. It's the NFL. It can happen. But do you want to be one or two?
Well, it's obviously a.
And if I'm the player, I want to be number one. I don't want to be number two. Who goes out there to be number two?
Adrian Peterson was 8 yards away.
Who knows if he'll ever have another chance?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Adrian Peterson missed about 8 yards.
If it was a matter of running for 2,000 yards, I would agree with that. But again, it's kind of I think it waters down the record with the extra game.
It maybe does, but when you look at it, I'm on top.
He won't be able to. Yeah, Terry's right as far as it's not like they're going to change it. It's going to say his name on the top. Right now, he's in 8th. He's 8th. He is 1 yard behind Chris Johnson, 3 yards behind Terrell Davis, 22 Derrick Henry, 48 Barry Sanders, 63 Jamal Lewis, 92 behind Adrian Peterson. And
how many have run for 2,000 yards in that group? That's all the 2,000?
9.
Okay.
Yeah.
9.
And right now I'm 8th.
Mm-hmm. You're 8th. He's 8th.
So I can elect not to play, and that's where my name's going to be.
I can't believe Peterson didn't get the record. 8 yards shy.
Yeah.
Of course, I will say now, he goes down there and blows out an ACL. He has a Nick Chubb injury.
Oh, I'm the first one. And then
well, here's the thing, done. No, here's the thing. It's not even that.
I'm just telling you.
It's just a regular sprain.
Yeah.
Like you can sprain. Like if he just gets a regular sprain and he's out 4 weeks,
it could.
It's not even. It don't have to.
He's already had a knee injury earlier in his career, didn't he?
He don't have to blow a knee or like have a major injury. He just got to miss 4 weeks and it'll.
If it means nothing to him, then set out.
Is there anything incentive related in his contract? Because sometimes they make it like a guy will be very close to his incentive and
another $500,000.
I mean, I doubt there's any kind. If he again, I think it would be tied to him rushing for 2,000 yards. I don't think it would be tied to the all-time record. So,
all right, here's your weekly incentives for you if you want to make some bets on some players, guys.
I never do that. I hate these. My brother does them all the time. I hate these.
Kyler Murray for 750,000 yards needs 50 rushing yards and a touchdown today, Tom.
For $750,000 on a what dollar bet, Kevin?
I don't know what the bets are. These are just what they need. This isn't showing the actual bet.
Oh,
this is
for
just
their
showing,
incentive. Oh,
right.
okay.
So then you can say then
Von Miller.
then you can look at your then you
half.
take your betting odds.
1.5 for one sack.
God,
for one
dang,
sack.
Think of that.
Yeah, Von Miller needs 1 sack today, and he gets
Cortland
$1.5 million.
gets $2 million for. All he needs is 83 or 82 or more receiving yards.
How many of these guys won't be? Now, Darius Smith will be playing because he plays for Detroit.
Geno Smith, $2 million for 185 passing yards, and Mike Evans just needs 5 catches, 85 yards for $3 million.
DeAndre Hopkins needs a big game for KC.
Just throw me a lot of outs.
9 receptions for 140 yards. Yeah.
But there's some of the bets. Those aren't the actual bets you can make on them. Those are the guys with whatever incentives that they actually need. So
even
you can look them up and go
Pollard's on
find.
there.
You can probably find some separate bets on them and different odds. Tom, parlay a few of these in a row, make you big money on something.
I'm telling you, this would be very good information to use because these guys would have a lot of incentive to get those.
To play.
Definitely.
I just they call them prop bets, don't they, or something like that? I can't remember what they could. There's a now prop bet would be like, is the coin toss heads or tails?
Yeah.
How long is the national anthem going to be?
Right.
Like I just don't do that stuff. But Terry, I've come on a cold streak on my parlays. You said I never tell you when I lose. I'll just go ahead and tell you. It's been a rough going trying to bet these college games. You don't know who's going to play. Carolina. I think I bet the parlay that day. I lost all 3 games. If I'd have just bet the opposite, I would have won the parlay.
Should have listened to me, Tom.
No, I don't listen to you, Kevin. I mean, Terry.
Well, you should have.
All right, here's someone's bet. The Bengals, Jets, and Chiefs money lines. They bet $30 to win 567. Let's see. I'm looking for some of these prop bets. That's what I was wanting. Here you go. This guy took a Kittle, a Jameis Williams, a Juan Jennings, a Zarius Smith, and a Detroit Lions. Plus 822 on that one. Oh, show me the. All right, here's one. Wait, here's you one, Tom. As an example, $20 could win you $1,500 on this one. Take your Kyler Murray prop, Devontae Evans, Tyreek Hill, Bijan Robinson, Ertz, and Burrow. 6 people to hit their spots today. And you can turn $20 into $1,500 on that one. Well,
that's probably because it's not going to happen, but
correct.
I've seen some people, man. I've seen some people place dollar bets and win like $2,000 on like crazy stuff like that. But it's the one guy who wins. You don't talk about the thousands of guys who bet and lost their money. That's why I would just tell anybody, just be responsible. You know what I mean? Set limits. Only put so much in there. Have a little fun with it. If you're trying to pay your bills with it, you're in trouble.
All right, before we pick, here's some information on the incentives everyone has for this week. All right, teams definitely playing to win. Atlanta, Detroit, Minnesota, and Tampa. We talked about that. Teams that could use a win for seeding, Green Bay and Washington. Teams with nothing to play for, Arizona, Dallas, Rams, New Orleans, Philadelphia, Seattle, San Francisco. Teams incentivized to lose, Panthers, Giants, and Bears. Panthers versus Falcons. Falcons can clinch the NFC South with a win and a Bucs loss. Panthers can improve their pick number 6 in the draft with an L. Giants and Eagles. Eagles can clinch the NFC East like in the 2 seed. Giants can improve their 4th pick with a loss. Eagles will rest key starters. Neighbors needs 2 receptions for wide receiver rookie record, 4 catches for rookie reception record. Commanders and Cowboys. Commanders clinch playoff berth, could lock in the 6th seed with a win or a Packers loss. Cowboys can improve their number 13th pick in the draft. Ertz needs 9 receptions for 250,000, 90 receiving yards for 250,000, and 202 touchdowns for 250,000. Eckler needs $145 for 125,000, and Terry McLaurin needs a touchdown to break Washington's record. And the Bears versus Packers games. Packers clinch playoff berth, could lock in the 6th seed with the Commanders loss or tie. Bears can improve their number 9 pick. DJ Moore needs 120 yards for 1,000 on the season, and Swift needs 106 rushing yards. Now, with that said, There's some more NFC stuff. So a little bit on the line for a lot of these. Rams can clinch the NFC West, can lock in the 3 seed with a win or Bucks loss. 49ers, Cardinals, they ain't playing for nothing. We talked about the Bucks. They're playing the Saints. They can clinch the NFC title with a win. So there's your NFC things that you must do. All right, y'all ready to make some picks?
Let's do this.
It's the last week of full picks, man.
Yeah.
Sad.
Ravens favored by only 20.
I told you, it's a 20-point.
Surely.
So are the Ravens, and I know you went over it, but the Ravens incentivized to win to improve their seeding?
They're going to.
Where was I?
I mean, the Browns are obviously tanking. I mean, you start DTR, you're tanking. Well, they ought to give Zappy a chance. Why not?
Zappy is starting.
Okay.
That because I saw the shirt with all the names on it, and someone said, "Well, throw Zappy on that Joker."
Okay. So Zappy is starting.
Browns, Ravens. Ravens can clinch the NFC North with a win or tie, or a Steelers loss or tie.
So they want to make sure they win the division.
Correct.
Okay. So, yeah, Baltimore's going to win this game. I don't know, Terry. Would you take the points?
I'm taking the Ravens, and
once they get up 2 touchdowns, don't you think they'll take their foot off the gas a little?
Good, yeah.
They'll take the foot off the gas. They don't want to keep going. I mean, they want to.
I'll take the Ravens. I won't take the points.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's way too many points. Yeah, dude, the Ravens with the win.
But it might be a suck you in bet, right?
Yeah,
might suck you in.
Well, I'd put something on it and suck me all in on that one. That's 20 points in an NFL game is just unheard of.
Go ahead and write that down, Tom. Go ahead and bet on it.
I've already put in my parlay. I'm tired. I don't write stuff down anymore in front of you because I'm just tired of hearing your mouth, man.
I haven't said a word to you today.
You've said plenty to me today. Everybody has said plenty to me today. That's fine. That's what I get paid to come in. That's what I get paid to come in. It'll be a boring show without me here. I make this show interesting.
Bengals at Steelers.
He's the straw that stirs the drink.
Bengals, Bengals favored by 2.5 in this one. Chip?
Man, both teams are incentivized to win. This is one that's, if you're going to bet, you're basically going to get what the teams have, right?
Steelers look pretty sketchy, and the Bengals are sure streaking right now. I'm going with the Bengals.
Chip, I took the Bengals in my parlay. Even at the Steelers now. At the Steelers, they play well at home.
Joe Burrow's
lighting it up.
Yeah, he is.
Look at that. He's got 4,600. He's got a shot at 5,000.
Yeah.
Not a good shot, but he's got to throw 359 yards.
I mean, he's not going to do that against the Steelers defense. I'm taking the Steelers.
You always take the Steelers.
They're playing at home.
Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one.
Who you got, Tom?
I already said the Bengals. I took them in my parlay.
Those two took the
why don't you
Bengals.
pay attention? You won't have to ask me twice.
Sometimes you change.
Panthers at Falcons. Falcons need a win. Panthers need a loss.
They'll get it.
Give me the Falcons in that one, Chip.
I don't think I've picked the Panthers for a single game this year, and I'm sticking to that Falcons.
They've won 4, though. It's double their win total from last year, isn't it?
God, they're building. They're rebuilding.
7 straight losing seasons for the Panthers.
So you taking Carolina?
I am not. Falcons.
Okay.
Their last winning season was the Super Bowl season, wasn't it?
Think so. Cousins ain't playing in this, is he?
Oh, no.
Penix is starting now.
Penix is starting.
But see, they've still put Cousins up there like big dummies.
Statistically, he's their leader.
That's just still, team leader. Take it off, though. I mean,
that's not what it is. It's their leader. It's
I don't care.
It's
their leader, like Draymond Green's a leader. Take it down. Put the guy who's actually going to play up there.
All right, so Commanders beat Cowboys. 6.5-point favorites is Washington. Tommy?
Give me the Commanders to make sure the Cowboys have something else to be miserable about this offseason.
Are they going to play their starters? I wonder.
Probably not.
Commanders, yeah, they're playing for seeding.
Oh,
That's
they're
what
playing
I'm
for
saying.
seeding. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Forget it. Nothing makes Dallas more happy than to go ahead and beat them.
And get a worse draft pick.
No, that's cool. That's cool with me. We never lost. As bad as our year has been, and we could beat the Commanders twice. So y'all go to the playoff. You know what? You're really not good. A Hail Mary, and y'all might not even be in.
They're just 11-5.
So there you go.
Jalen Daniels probably arguably playing best quarterback play in the league, arguably 25 touchdowns.
I hope he plays. Maybe Parsons can take
there's a
him
lot
out.
of people making the argument. Now, I don't know if he's better than Daniels. I don't know if he's better than Mahomes, but he's playing pretty good football right now. Yeah. But Terry just discounts all that like it doesn't exist because the little stars on the helmet is going to go out there and beat him. Whatever.
Chip, who you got?
Thanks for all that insight, Terry. I appreciate your wise advice. I'm going with the Commanders.
I just got one question on this.
You know what? Y'all going to be losers again.
Terry,
y'all did this last time.
I got a question on this one. How do you have 1,000 yards rushing and 1 touchdown?
Because he really never was
to be honest,
become
like,
our starter.
Like, how does that even happen?
I mean, really, he really never become our starter. You think of how many games at the start of the season he hardly ever played.
Do you see they released Zeke?
Well, they should have.
Well, they released him to try to give him a chance to sign with the contender.
Somebody, yeah. But
who needs a fullback?
You know.
Well, you know who their difference maker, but their difference maker based on your preseason prediction is on the practice squad right now.
Yeah,
Dalvin Cook.
Jeez,
he never even got a chance.
All right, give me the Commanders in this one.
Oh,
No. Cowboys at home.
There you go. You learning.
I can't believe Kevin picked the Cowboys.
Why wouldn't he?
Because he hates the Cowboys.
Everybody likes a star.
This is the dumb game they win. Bears at Packers.
Ever since
fingernail polish against non-fingernail polish.
Remember the Hail Mary,
and
they've
the dude dancing
not
in the
won.
corner.
Yeah. They've not won since.
They've fallen apart.
Packers.
Yeah. Packers at Lambeau.
Yeah. Packers are only a 10-point favorite. 10.5.
Go ahead and take the Bears.
No, I took the Packers.
Oh,
write it down.
You taking the Bears?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, Packers.
That's so bad.
He ain't picking fingernail polish.
Hail Mary, y'all. Think of what this team was. They were 4-1, getting ready to go to 5-1, and have not won since.
Wonder how Pete Carroll's going to do with Caleb Williams next year.
Texans at Tennessee. Tennessee's favored by 1.5 in this one.
What?
Chip?
How about that?
Texans aren't playing anybody.
They're not playing.
Davis Mills probably going to be the quarterback.
Yeah. I'm still going to pick the Texans.
CJ had a chance for 4,000 yards.
I'm going to stick with the Texans.
Not as good at numbers as last year, though.
Oh, yeah. He was sophomore slump.
Yeah, certainly did.
Titans for me, Terry.
I'd take his sophomore slump over Bryce Young's numbers, though.
You know what? I'm going to take the Titans also because Pollard's playing for a lot of money here.
I'm going to take the Texans. I don't think the Titans want to win this game.
Yeah, I'd love to watch Mason Rudolph pull this off.
Jaguars at Colts. Colts favored by 3.5 in this one.
What happened to our screen?
It was taken off.
I'm doing something right now, Tom.
Oh, okay.
Learn, Tom.
Learn what, Terry?
To listen.
I'm going to take the Jaguars. Indianapolis, their season's done. It lost last week. Jaguars win.
I was trying to find that.
In the Jaguar season done?
Yeah. Well,
yeah, but it's been done. Indianapolis lost.
So since it's been done, they're going to win today, Chip.
I'm going Colts.
Give me the Jaguars on this one.
It's a hard week to pick.
What do you say, Tom?
I already said the Colts.
God, listen to me every now and then.
Bills at Patriots. Bills favored by 3.5 in this one.
Buffalo.
Yeah, they're probably sitting a lot of people.
Yeah.
The Patriots are god awful. And they want to lose.
Their number one pick bad. That's
Bills. I do hate that. I kind of wish the NFL would go to a lottery.
How about the Giants went from 1st to 4th with that win last week?
Bills.
That might help them out because if you got that number one pick, then you're tempted to pick a Shedeur Sanders.
Buffalo Bills is mine.
Who's not a, taking your chances. Yeah. Picking a quarterback.
Giants at Eagles.
Eagles.
Only 10.
Eagles.
I'll tell you what, it's tough, man.
Philadelphia. I'm not picking Drew Lock in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we'll go with Philly.
Philly.
They'll win for their fans.
The defense will.
Yeah.
Saints at Buccaneers. Tampa favored by 14.5. Baker Mayfield looking to clinch the division. 39 touchdowns, 15 picks. Andre says MVP.
Yeah. Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
He's over 4,000 yards.
How depressing has it got to be to look at his and Sam Darnold's stats if you're a Carolina fan? Golly.
Got to get out of Carolina and Cleveland, and then you can prosper.
It's like the black hole, man.
I'll go with the Buccaneers on this one. They got to win, right?
Bucks,
they got to
Bucks,
win. They got to win.
Bucks.
Win and in, right? Buccaneers win and in.
Yes. Yes.
I hope David Tepper's pleased with the coaches he's picked in the past because none of them developed these quarterbacks that are playing such high level.
I think that Canales will be able to. I think he's made progress.
At Broncos. Broncos playing to stay in the playoffs. Chiefs don't need to do anything but just knock them out or do
Chiefs
whatever. They got the
playing
one seed no matter
Chiefs,
what.
Broncos on this one.
Broncos are an 11-point favorite.
10.5, yeah.
I'm also going Broncos.
We'll go Broncos to win, but when you've got everything to lose and the other team doesn't.
I tell you what, I'm really glad Kansas City lost that one game earlier this year against the Bills because can you imagine coming into this game undefeated?
Wow.
And the pressure to play.
And you'd have to.
All of them be playing.
Denver, 10.5-point spread. I guess I'm going to go with Vegas on this one. Chargers at Raiders. Chargers favored by 4.5 in Vegas, Tommy.
We'll go with the Chargers.
I'm also going Chargers.
Me as well.
Are they resting starters? They're only a
Chargers across the board. I don't know. I exited at that screen. That's what I was trying to find a minute ago.
Yeah.
I lost my AFC cheat sheets.
Oh, okay. They must not have something to play for if they're only 4.5 points. The Raiders suck. But they don't want to win. They want to lose.
Chargers for me, too. Seahawks and Rams.
How about the turnaround of the Rams this year?
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams.
Seahawks favored by 6.5.
They're
on the road.
They're sitting everybody. Yeah.
Seahawks for me.
Seahawks. I tell you what, give McVay some credit, man.
Yeah, Geno's got that incentive. He's trying to get that $2 million bonus. Yeah, give me the Seahawks.
Dolphins at Jets. Miami favored by 1.
Yeah, Miami.
That's it.
Dang. Well, they got to get in the playoffs.
What's that?
They got to win to get in.
Yeah, they're only a 1-point favorite. Wow. Man, I need to add that to my parlay. Dolphins.
Watch Aaron Rodgers drop.
I was about to say, give me the Jets on this one.
Yeah.
They're gonna hammer them.
After all, watch Aaron Rodgers drop
Chaz
like 350.
Surratt's gonna get a pick 6 to win the game.
You going Dolphins?
No, Jet. You don't hear me? Chaz Surratt.
He's not listening.
I'm over here writing. Who'd you take, Chip?
Sound like my students. I can't write and listen at the same time.
For me.
49ers at the Cardinals.
I'm also going to take the Jets.
49ers at the Cardinals. Arizona's favored by 4.5. Neither team has anything to play for, but draft position.
Yeah, 49ers do not care right now, so I'm taking Cardinals.
Neither one of these teams cares, though, do they, Terry? Cardinals. They're at home.
Probably what might be the best game. You already picked Chip?
I haven't. I don't think Purdy's playing. I'm going to go with Cardinals.
You can go to this game for $34.
I have seen garbageness from the Cardinals. I'm going to go with 49ers.
They almost beat the Lions, didn't they? They almost beat the Lions.
Vikings at Lions.
This is a one game that actually means something.
NFC North championship game.
So what a way to finish the regular season off.
Tommy.
Vikings.
I don't think they can win on the road, Tom. I'm taking the Lions.
I'm a Dan Campbell fan. Go Lions.
I am too, but have they got any? Montgomery's out, I know, on offense.
Picking the Detroit Lions to win important games like picking Penn State to win an important game. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings in this one.
But how many of those defensive starters have they gotten back? I know they had a ton of injuries on defense.
It's amazing what they've done over fall, though. People hurt.
Yeah, well, they've had a bunch of people hurt. Yeah.
Any other final thoughts and things, guys, this week?
I can't believe it's 10:20 already.
Yeah. Here is Matt Light talking about hunting at Patriot Stadium.
Didn't you post up on Patriot property?
So I would hunt right behind the stadium. I pulled up and I hunted that property forever because Mr. Kraft was like, I don't know anything about what you're doing. I'm like, all right, cool. It was like a green light, right? I went in one morning. I got my bow and everything ready to rock. Sits right next to my decoy. I shoot him. I breast him out. I take him in. I always put him in the fridge there in the meal room. As I'm eating breakfast, Bill walks in and he's like, you can't have a weapon on stadium property. I go, Bill, it says you can't have a handgun. You can't have a gun. I had a bow and arrow. He goes, this is awesome. He goes, you want to argue with me about what the rules say? The guy's pretty good at knowing what the rules are. And when he said that, I started second guessing myself. I'm like, oh, damn, maybe it did say weapon. And so now the only thing I can pivot to, I'm like, I go, okay, Bill. So I check Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary at the door too. I go, these are deadly.
I didn't realize it was in that rule of a setting. That you just walk out there and there's a field to go hunting in by the stadium.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that picture was kind of weird.
Cool. Yeah. I didn't really think that a stadium would be in an area like that. I think like Panthers is down there amongst the buildings.
They at least have a couple more parking spots.
But it is. It's not in Boston though.
Right.
It's
Foxborough.
It's in Foxborough. Yeah.
Yep. Wherever that is.
I have no clue.
Someplace I'll never be. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will be back next week. Thank you for tuning in. Shock Joxx Sports Talk. See you next week. KDCBroadcasting.com.